Alright, hello and welcome once again to more Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy. So, we just finished the first game in the series last time, and we are going to be starting with Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Justice for All next. So let's see, I think we need to go to New Game, Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Justice for All, Play Game. And here we go. We're going to jump in episode 1 of the second game in the series, The Lost Turnabout. Episode 2, in general, or part 2 of the trilogy, is not as well regarded as 1 and 3, but it does have some cases that are really good. This one, well, I'll leave it up to you. How did I get into this mess? That's far enough! You can't run forever, Mr. Phoenix Wright! What have I done wrong? I cannot allow you to go on like this. But I'm just a simple defense attorney. Silence! You are no longer worthy of your title. September 8th, 9:08 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 1. And so that was the Phoenix Wright X Attack on Titan crossover there. What a nightmare. I bet it was this ringtone that caused it. I really shouldn't be dozing off right before trial starts anyway. Looks like they hung up. Ah, good. I finally found it. Talk about a close call. I hate to do this to you, but it's nothing personal, Mr. Attorney. A few minutes later, District Court, Defendant Lobby number 1. Ouch! My head. It's throbbing. Why does it feel so foggy in here? Good morning! Good morning. What's wrong? You don't look well. People are at their best first thing in the morning. That's not true. Where's that fighting spirit? Sorry, but can you please turn the cheeriness down? My head sort of hurts. Roger that. Am I in trouble or something? Huh? Trouble? Wait. Never mind. You're a policewoman, right? I thought maybe I'd done something wrong. What are you talking about? I'm the one in trouble. Oh, we got some evidence already. And our attorney's badge. Which, by the way, we can no longer look at items because we're back to the Game Boy Advance adaptations. So we won't get to examine an item in 3D again until we get to the Apollo Justice games. What? I'm placing my life in your hands today, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Life? In my hands? You promised me. You said you would prove that I was not guilty. Not guilty? Just when I thought all hope was lost, when all the other lawyers had laughed me off. Leave it to me, you said. You, the one and only Phoenix Wright, came to save the day. And just like that, I was moved to tears, sir. I'll never forget what you've done for me. Ever. What is this girl babbling about? Actually, I really love to watch court proceedings, and I always root for you to win. When I'm off duty, I like to come here and... What's wrong? You've been acting really strange, and you keep staring at me. You're making me kind of nervous, sir. Oh. Sorry. I'm afraid to ask, but here it goes. So, this might sound bad, but, who are you? What? Mr. Wright, how can you say that? How can you do this to the fragile heart of a girl about to go on trial? You're absolutely horrible. No, I mean, no, I didn't mean it like that. Is this how a defense attorney treats his client, sir? I can't believe this. No, it's just, well, I think you have the wrong person. Yes, who am I? Why am I drawing a blank? The trial will begin shortly. Will the defendant and her lawyer please proceed to the courtroom immediately? The trial's about to start. I'm counting on you in there, okay? I guess I must have amnesia. Uh-oh. Yup. And, here is why this is one of the more interesting introduction cases in the series. Let's see. Well, what can I piece together? From the sound of things, it's probably safe to say that I'm a defense attorney. And that girl, I said I'd prove her not guilty. I can't believe I made such an irresponsible promise. Someone, please! Tell me this is just a bad dream! Why do I get the feeling this is one dream I won't be waking up from? Ugh. September 8th, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 2. Court is now in session for the trial of Maggie Bird. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. What is it, Mr. Wright? Oh, are you talking to me? Do you see any other defense attorneys here? I guess not. Well, now then, are you ready? Yes or no? Yeah, sure. I guess I should say yes for now. Are you ready, Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. Wait a sec. If her life is in my hands, I should really do the responsible thing. Actually, you see, Your Honor, my memory is kind of... The court will not hear the defense's excuses. Because the defendant is a member of the police, this case is under great scrutiny. Therefore, we must make this trial fair but swift. Taylor Swift, in fact. I believe I have told you this before. I hope you are not telling me that you've forgotten. Actually, I have. Mr. Payne, your opening statement, please. Yes, Your Honor. As I'm sure you're well aware, the defendant is accused of killing her lover. What's worse, her lover was a fellow police officer. A policeman? You did what to a policeman? It wasn't me. And besides, Dustin and I, we weren't lovers like that. In any case, the prosecution will prove that the guilty party is none other than the defendant. Very well. Mr. Payne, please call your first witness. It's been a while, Mr. Wright. Let's see what you've learned since last time. I won't show you any mercy this time, rookie. I think it... Oh, man. It's probably in character for Payne to just be this horribly overconfident. The guy who just took down the chief of police. Okay. And who are you again? The prosecution calls Detective Dick Gumshoe to the stand. Here we go. Don't let me down, Mr. Wright. Nowhere to hide. I am so dead. Yay, it's Detective Gumshoe. Witness, please state your name and occupation. My name is Dick Gumshoe, sir. I'm the detective in charge of homicides down at the precinct, sir. You don't look very well, detective. Well, sir, the defendant, she works under me, so you'll know. You work under that detective? By the way, did you, think back to the previous case? Remember when we opened Gumshoe's locker? He has a picture of her in his locker, so just remember that. Yes, sir. And while I was a trainee, he was always watching out for me, sir. He's such a wonderful guy, sir. I'll never forget what he's done for me. Okay, calm down. I believe you. Detective Gumshoe, please describe for us the details of this murder. Yes, sir. It happened at the park near headquarters, Expose Park. The victim was one of the local cops, Dustin Prince. Oh no. I forgot about that name. He was pushed down from the benches on the upper path, sir. The landing beat his body up bad and snapped his neck. The details are listed in the report that was distributed yesterday. Ah, yes. This autopsy record, correct? Why do I not remember getting a copy? Well, do we have it in the court record? We sure do. But we'll wait for the game to tell us that. I see everything is in order here. Even the estimated time of death is unusually well documented. The victim's watch stopped from the impact of the landing, sir. The results of the autopsy confirmed the time of death. If I may, Your Honor, the prosecution would like to submit this photograph. Look at this photograph. Every time it makes me laugh. Very well, the court accepts it into evidence. Crime photo 1 added to the court record. Now then, I recall at yesterday's preliminary hearing, a very important piece of evidence was brought to our attention. Yes, Your Honor. Yes, sir. Yes, I guess. Mr. Wright, is your head on right today? There was a very crucial piece of evidence found under the victim's body. Was there? Have you lost your mind? Well, actually, it's just nerves. Give me a second. What? How can you talk like such an amateur? I thought you were a pro, sir. All right, sir, I'll help you through this. At a time like this, maybe you ought to take a glance at the court record. Court record? Yup. Info about evidence and people involved with this case are all listed there, sir. You can look at the court record by pressing the tab key. Tab, huh? You really know what you're talking about, don't you? It's too bad I'm a cop, right? Just think, I could totally be a legal aid instead. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Court is in session. Save your chit-chat for later. Sorry, Your Honor. Well, I guess I'd better check the court record and see what I can find. All right. Oh yeah, we got the profiles. We have Maggie Bird, age 22, my client. The only thing I can recall is that she is a policewoman. Dustin Prince, age 30, the victim and a policeman. It seems that he was dating the defendant, Maggie Bird. Dang, that's quite an age gap, 30 and 22. Winston Payne, age 53. The prosecutor for this case lacks presence, generally bad at getting his points across. Dick Gumshoe, age 31, detective at the local precinct in charge of the initial investigation. I think this is supposed to have been roughly a year later from the first game. What was it again? Tab? Yeah. So let's check out the autopsy report. Time of death, 9/6 at 6:28 p.m. Cause, broken neck. Body was also covered in bruises. Got it. And we have the cell phone, which I'm guessing is supposed to be Phoenix's. I found this in my pocket, but I don't remember what it means or how it got there. And the glasses found under the victim's body, pieces of nearsighted lenses were found nearby. And the crime photo, which we just saw. Cool. All right, Mr. Wright, let's see if your notes are in order. What was the piece of evidence found underneath the victim's body? The glasses. That's simple, Your Honor. A broken pair of glasses. That's right. The victim grabbed his killer's glasses as he was being shoved, sir. And he held on to them as he fell. Hey, what are you giving me the evil eye? Those glasses you're wearing. Yes, this is my spare pair. But these glasses they found at the scene of the crime are not mine. I swear, sir. You sure about that? Look, it was a coincidence that on the same day, I accidentally stepped on mine. A coincidence, she says. Your Honor, I have further evidence to present. Oh, you have more? And this evidence is very decisive. Very well. Let's hear from our witness about this evidence. Decisive evidence. Oh, this is proper witness testimony now. There's something even more incriminating than the glasses under the victim's body, sir. During his date, the victim was pushed from the bench area, but he managed to write the culprit's name on the ground where he landed. I don't like saying it, but it was clearly the defendant's name, Maggie, sir. With this piece of evidence and the glasses, it's hard not to say she's the culprit. This is a picture of the writing, Your Honor. Why, this is... Well, yes, I can see her name is clearly written here. The prosecution would like to submit this picture. Understood. The court accepts it into evidence. Photo of the area around the victim's hand. As if the glasses alone didn't make you look suspicious. The victim even wrote your name clear as day on the ground. But, I already told you, those glasses aren't mine. And how do you explain his dying message? It's a conspiracy. I'm not guilty, sir. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Cross-examine? This is it. I'm counting on you. Sure, but what am I supposed to do? What? This isn't like you at all. Normally, this is the part where you get in the witnesses' faces. Get in their faces and do what? I guess there's no way around it. Okay, I'm gonna lend you a hand. The prosecution's witnesses all hide things from the court, which means they lie from time to time. Lie? But isn't that detective your superior? Well, even if they don't mean to lie, sometimes people just remember things wrong. Like that detective. He does sort of look like a scatterbrain. Oh, really? It doesn't matter. Either way, it's bad for us, sir. That's why when you question witnesses, you have to find and expose their lies. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please. Yes, Your Honor. Talk about trial by fire. Here goes nothing. As long as I can expose the lies, we should be all right. All right, decisive evidence. All right, there's something. So he's talking about the. Well, hang on a second. Time of death, broken neck. I mean, if he died of a broken neck, would he even have been able to write anything? Let's do some pressing. About these glasses, do you have any proof that these belong to my client? The lenses are for nearsightedness, and they're almost the same strength as hers. Even the frames look kind of like the ones she's wearing in her ID, pal. What should I do now? Let's continue pressing. Hold it. Almost and kinda are not good enough in a case like this. Do you have any more definitive proof? Is there something that clearly links the defendant with those glasses? The dirt and sand rubbed out any traces of fingerprints or anything else. So what you're saying, detective, is that you have nothing that proves these glasses are my client's. Something like that. What? Oh, what? I see. So there's no proof. Wow, that was amazing. I could totally feel it down in my gut. See, during his date, the victim was pushed from the bench area. Now, you're sure he was pushed and that's how he fell? Yeah, pal, if you look at the wounds on the victim's body, there's no way it was anything else. Please continue with your testimony, detective. Anyway, the victim fell pretty far. You managed to write the culprit's name. The culprit's name? Yeah, I was surprised too. I didn't want to believe it, but... Was the name that of my client? But it was clearly the defendant's name, okay. Are you absolutely certain? Sorry, pal, but that's what it said. And this is a picture of it. No matter which way you look, it still says Maggie. He's got a point. Hey, hold on! Huh? Don't ha me! I know the picture says Maggie, but now that she mentions it, something does feel kind of off about this picture. That's how you found a contradiction. Now hurry up and present some evidence. So that's what spotting a contradiction feels like. I better check the court record again. Alright. Let's see. Don't give up. Keep that fighting spirit going. I'm glad you're all pumped up, but I really want to see your special move, sir. My what? You always look so cool when you present evidence. Present evidence? Oh, that present evidence, yeah. Actually, I was just thinking about that. Yes! The great Phoenix Wright is back! Oh, that's right. Huh? I heard that lately you can present not only evidence, but people's profiles as well. Yep, that is a new thing in this game. Sure makes things a bit more complicated, so be careful, sir. People's profiles, huh? Alright, let's give this another try. Let's see. Oh yeah, the name's spelled wrong. That's an easy one. What is it? What's come over me? Without thinking, I just blurted out objection. Then I yelled at the top of my lungs, finger outstretched, ready to take on my opponent. What a rush! Detective Gumshoe. You talking to me, pal? Please state the defendant's name for me. What are you trying to prove with this futile exercise, Mr. Wright? You'll see. This is a very crucial line of questioning. Actually, Mr. Payne, you can answer the defendant's name, if you please. Where is this ridiculous question coming from? The defendant's name is Maggie Bird. I think someone needs to check the court record. What? It says right here that it's Maggie Bird. Ah! It looks like the bird caught the cat napping. What's going on here? I have no idea either, sir. As you can see, the victim did indeed leave a name, Maggie. However, the defendant's name is actually spelled M-A-G-G-E-Y. This is a blatant contradiction of facts. Oh! How about that? I hadn't even noticed. But maybe the victim didn't know how to spell her name correctly. May I remind you that it was you who said the defendant is accused of killing her lover? If they were truly lovers, it would be impossible for him to not know her name. No! This is very true. Mr. Payne. Yes, Your Honor. Are you absolutely certain the defendant and the victim, Dustin Prince, were in fact lovers? Yes, I'm quite certain, Your Honor. They were a well-known couple in the police force. Detective Gumshoe, please testify for the court the relationship between the victim and the defendant. Yes, sir. All right. Dustin and Maggie. Officer Prince and Officer Bird have been going out for about half a year. It sounded like they were even talking about marriage. The day of the incident just happened to be the victim's birthday, sir. Officer Bird had gotten Officer Prince a present. It was something she'd brought over 2 months ago. I should know, because she came to me to ask what she should get for him. Oh, those two sound like they were close. Nevertheless, tragedy struck. Yes, I see. You may cross-examine the witness, Mr. Wright. All right, Dustin and Maggie. Officer Prince and Officer Bird have been going out for about half a year. How do you know about this? Every year in March, we have a training camp for us cops. Officer Bird was a rookie at the time, and she and Officer Prince seemed to hit it off. They got close, I take it. Actually, I was supposed to go too, but I couldn't pay the deposit for the trip, so I didn't. If only I had gone on that trip. What is it? Oh, nothing, sir, really. Anyway. Sounded like they were talking about marriage. Marriage? But wasn't the victim 8 years older than her? What? Are you saying the guy's got to marry someone the same age as himself, pal? No, that's not what I meant at all. Detective Gumshoe and Dustin were only a year apart, you know? Ugh, I think this fella has a ways to go before marriage. Mind your own business, pal! The day of the incident just happened to be the victim's birthday, okay? The day of the incident? You mean September 6th? Yeah, the victim, Officer Prince, had just gotten off duty at 5:30 p.m. that day. And since Maggie's night shift hadn't started yet, they went to the park for a bit. Ah, I remember when I was young and in love. Oh, it was a jolly time. That's great, Your Honor. I'm glad you're such a cheerful old man. Alright, Maggie had gotten Officer Prince a present. You seem to know a lot about the defendant. Well, that's because, I'm a boss, and I've got to watch out for my subordinates. But even what she was going to give as a present? Isn't that going a bit too far? Hey, pal, watch what you say. I know everything that happens under me. If someone so much as scratches their... I really don't need to know that much. Mr. Wright, please refrain from badgering the witness. I agree. Even if this witness has a crush on the defendant, that should not be the point of discussion at this time. Whoa, wait a second. Why are we talking about this? It's all your fault, pal. You're guilty. 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 I should have you arrested. I think the good detective is about done here. It was something she had bought over 2 months ago. What was it? Over 2 months ago? Yup, she's a very considerate woman, pal. So, what was this birthday present? She got him a glove. A single glove? Well, why would you only give him one? What was he, Michael Jackson? Actually, Your Honor, the glove in question is a baseball glove. Oh, I see. A baseball glove. Officer Prince was a huge baseball fan. A baseball glove? Let's press that further. But just now, I believe you said that the present was something she had bought over 2 months ago. Yeah? Are you saying she bought that glove at a store that far in advance? Nah, nothing like that, pal. Well, then what is it like? She ordered it. It was custom made. Custom made? The glove was custom made? Yup, that's what I said. So the glove was custom made. Your Honor, I really don't see how this glove is related to the case. Yes, it would seem that there is little relevance. What do you think, Mr. Wright? Do you think this glove is really relevant to this case? Of course it is. I don't know where this will lead me, but... Of course it's relevant. That glove is the key to this whole case. Yes, bluffing to the max. Now this is the Mr. Wright I know. I'm so happy you're back, sir. I was wondering how long it would take. This is great. Pressing people. Feels like I've done this before. As if I used to do this to squeeze information from even the most tight-lipped people. Very well. If you're that convinced, then let's hear some more about that matter. Actually, I brought the glove with me today. And? Why didn't you say so earlier? Hurry up and show us the glove. Well, I didn't think it had anything to do with this case. Anyway, this is it, sir. It looks like a banana. It's, rather yellow, isn't it? A baseball glove, a birthday present from Maggie to the victim. It was custom made. Officer Prince really liked the color yellow. And that's why you had to special order it? Yep, that's right. That and one other reason. I think this court has heard enough. It is clear that the victim and the defendant were involved with each other. Yes, that's correct, Your Honor. Now, if that's true, it brings up an important question. Was the name Maggie really written by the victim? I see your point, Your Honor. Detective Gumshoe, please tell the court a little more about the name on the ground. Yes, sir. Writing on the ground. We first looked into the handwriting. Unfortunately, we couldn't confirm that it was the victim's handwriting. Next, we checked the victim's pointer finger. We found that there was sand trapped under the victim's fingernail. There was also scratches on his skin that were caused by him writing on the ground. From this, we could confirm that the victim wrote this name with his right hand. Yes, a perfectly logical conclusion. Now then, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Thank you, Your Honor. Alright, writing on the ground. Let's see what we can get out of this. But can you really determine handwriting based on our sample written in the sand? This is why amateurs are amateurs. We're not a bunch of simpletons, pal. Scientific investigation in this country is actually pretty good. I believe it's time to get back to the real point. Agreed, Your Honor. So, what was the result of the investigation? Unfortunately, we couldn't confirm that it was the victims, okay? So, in the end, you couldn't confirm it? Hey, don't you look down at us! I told you, we're not a bunch of simpletons, pal. Everyone knows you can't find out everything you want with scientific investigation. I've never heard that before. Me neither. Nor I. I never heard anything like that at the police academy, sir. Okay, so I made it up. Anyway. Next, we check the victim's pointer finger. His pointer finger? You know, the one you're always pointing and waving around in people's faces? Don't tell me it bothers you. Every time you do it, I have a mini heart attack. It's like you're trying to kill me, pal. In any case, you examined the victim's index finger, correct? Yeah, we figured there should be something on his finger if he had written in the sand. And what were the results? There was sand trapped in the victim's fingernail, okay? And what does that prove? Well, it proves that he did write that name with his own finger. Yes, which explains why there was sand stuck under his nail. I guess he's right. And there's more. There was also scratches on his skin that were caused by him writing on the ground, okay? Scratches on his skin? Yup, you can't see them with your naked eye, but they're there. That's incredible! Sure is! That's the power of scientific investigation. They're so small that we had to use a magnifying glass, like a really strong one. It's got that really scientific-sounding name. You mean a microscope? Oh yeah, that's it! We used one of those, and that's how we found them. I can't believe this guy doesn't know what a microscope is. Oh really? You know him. See, from this, we could confirm that the victim wrote this name with his right hand. Hang on. What is his... Wait. Wait a minute. That's a right-handed glove, right? Wrote it with his right hand. On here, temple, I can hear you. Oh, okay. Hey, welcome. Welcome to the stream. We're just starting up the next game in the series. The victim seems he was dating. Detective. Okay. We can confirm. All right, let's talk about that some more. Are you absolutely sure? I believe in the power of science. I wonder if my evidence is solid enough to counter with. Listening to this, you would think there was only one conclusion, that the name was definitely written by the victim. But don't you think that would be really strange, sir? If Dustin really wrote that message with his right hand, do you think I would have gone through that much trouble to get him his present? The present? What about it? Trust the science, that's right. I trust the science. Start doing YouTube shorts. Oh yeah, yeah. It was the sand. Were caused by him writing on the ground. Let's do the baseball glove. Detective Gumshoe, take a look at this. That's the glove, right? Could you tell the court what's special about this glove? What's special? Never really thought about it, but it's really yellow. And that's about it. Yes, it's really yellow, but that's only one of its qualities. Huh? There is another reason why it's special. And what would that be? It's very simple. This glove is made for a left-handed person. Left-handed? Why, you're absolutely right. This glove is made to be worn on the right hand. That's why it had to be custom made. I have never seen a bright yellow left-hander's glove for sale, have you? Well, no. So, detective? Which hand did the victim use to write the name with again? That's easy. Look, it's obvious from this picture that it was his... Whoa, wait a sec. Don't forget that the victim was left-handed. I object. Overruled. Mr. Wright, I would like to know what your line of reasoning proves. There's only one conclusion that can be drawn. A left-handed person could not have written a message with his right hand. Therefore, the person who wrote the name Maggie could not have been the victim. Order! When you think about it that way, then yes. It's not possible that this name was written by the victim himself. That means Maggie is... No, it's not possible, Mr. Payne. Yes, Your Honor? The evidence the prosecution has presented has failed to prove the defendant's guilt. In fact, I believe you have proven her to be innocent. No! All right, you did it, Mr. Wright. Whew, I feel like I can breathe again. It seems that we have reached the conclusion. You did a fine job once again, Mr. Wright. Me, Your Honor? Oh, well, thank you, sir. See, you got complimented by the judge again. You're really good. And that's why you can't give up being a lawyer, sir. Are you joking? I'm more than ready to retire. I will now announce my verdict. This court finds the defendant, Maggie Bird. No, not yet. I mean, please, give me a few more minutes, Your Honor. But what is the meaning of this, Mr. Payne? The prosecution is not finished yet. What do you mean? We would like to call our next witness to the stand. What? And what did this witness witness? The moment the victim was pushed to his death. What's more, he saw the very face of the culprit. What the heck? Order in the court. I believe a recess is in order. Afterward, we will hear from this new witness. I had a feeling that was a bit too easy. I need more information. I'll have to see what I can find out during the recess. Can't let my guard down. It's only going to get tougher from here. Court is adjourned for recess. To be continued. All right, we got brand new music stings for everything because this is a new game in the series. September 8th, 11:43 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 1. Amnesia? I can't believe my lawyer is trying to defend me in such a state. Why didn't you tell me, sir? I'm sorry, I didn't mention it to you. Oh, I know what to do. I heard you can fix something like this with a really strong shock to your system. Come on, lower your head a little. A Maggie kick should be all you need. No. I think I'll pass on this one. Come on, I'm sorry. Whenever I see someone in trouble, I have a hard time leaving them alone. I tend to stick my nose where it doesn't belong and try to tackle everybody's problems. Well, my head's one problem you won't be tackling today. Well, we're here to solve your problem first. We can deal with mine later. For now, do you think you can fill me in on a few things? Of course, I'd be honored to. Well, I guess we'll start with my name and then I can tell you about me. No, that's okay, really. I think I know you and your name pretty well by now. I was wondering if you could help me figure out a few things myself. So, my name is Phoenix Wright? What a weird name. This is serious. You really don't remember. I'll tell you what, sir. You can have this back, and maybe it'll help. This is a business card? I got this from you. It's my most prized possession. You can borrow it for now, but please give it back, okay? Okay. Yeah, there's some numbers written on the back. Oh, that's your cell phone number. Phoenix's business card. It's my business card. I handwrote my cell phone number on the back. I guess for now, we should stop talking about me. Let's look at the card. Oh, nothing on it. Okay. And start talking about this case. This case? Yeah. Can you think of anything that would be helpful for me to know? What can I tell you? I can't think of anything other than the incident with that cell phone, but... Cell phone? Yeah, your eyes lit up when we talked about it at the detention center, sir. Huh? Hurry up then, tell me. This might be very important. Okay, Roger. It was on the day of the crime, just before 6 p.m. I picked up a lost cell phone while on a walk with Dustin. Oh no. All of a sudden, the phone began to ring. Hello? Oh, thank you. I've been searching for my phone. Is this yours? Oh, I'm glad you called. We can meet up and I can give it back. I'll be right there. I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name. You can call me Maggie. Oh no, she's wearing a blue badger hoodie. We agreed to meet up at 6 p.m. Dustin and I waited for the person to show up, but they never did. So where is the phone you found now? I gave it to you yesterday. Huh? To me? Oh, was that the phone in my pocket? You mean this? Do you think it has anything to do with the murder? I don't really know, but if my eyes lit up... Ah, you were here all along. Who's this? You... Oh! Hello, Maya. You're so mean! I called you 1,000,000 times, but you wouldn't pick up. And when I went to check in the courtroom, everyone had already left. Ah, now who in the heck is this? Well, let me guess. I'm supposed to know this girl, too. Hey, good morning, Maggie. And a good morning to you, too, Maya. So, how's it going? Is there a word for worse than abysmal? Oh? And what if I said that everything will be fine? That's right, it's Maya to the rescue with the ultra-decisive, super important evidence. Here you are, Nick. The thing you wanted me to bring. Huh? Oh, thanks. What the heck is this? A list? It has about 20 people's names and phone numbers written on it. It was kind of tough, but I managed to dig up some dirt. It looks like these guys are up to no good. No good? As in... Well, there's a group of con artists the police are currently investigating. I think these guys are members of that group. Names list. A list of unfamiliar names and phone numbers. Members of a con artists group? Why would a group of con artists pop up in a case like this? Well, don't look at me. And where did you get this list from in the first place? What? Don't you remember, Nick? You're the one who asked me to look it up yesterday. Oh, is that right? Those numbers were in the memory of that phone Maggie found. So that's where they're from. You're awfully forgetful these days, Nick. I hope I never get to be a forgetful old prune like you. Maya, actually, Mr. Wright's... Mr. Wright, recess is now over. Please bring the defendant and return to the courtroom immediately. Oh, oops. I guess you have to get going. We can talk about you being old later, Nick. Oh, wish us luck. I guess I have all the pieces now, more or less. All that's left is to put it all together. I'm not gonna lose this. I can't. Come on, Nick. You better get a move on. Yeah. September 8th, 11:54 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 2. Court will now reconvene. Please call your next witness to the stand, Mr. Payne. Yes, Your Honor. But before I do, if I may say a few words. What is it, Mr. Bain? It's about the next witness. He has a tendency to say things that rub people the wrong way, you see? So I asked that the court might be a little lenient on... There's no need to give a preface. Well, just hurry up and call your witness, please. Yes, Your Honor. The prosecution calls its next witness a drifter who was taking a walk in the park on the day of the murder. Please state your name for the court, witness. Before I do, I'd like to clarify a little something. Huh? All right. Go ahead. Just now, you introduced my wonderful self to the court, correct? Perhaps as a drifter who was taking a walk. Did I? But I will not stand for that. Now you've tinted the court's eyes and colored me wrongly. Sure, I suppose calling me a university student would be in, but just a little detail. Everything in my life is to be of most highest top-grade quality, you understand? I am merely looking to be the perfect top-notch university student. I have a rigorous selection. Yes. I understand. I'm very sorry. I will be more careful from now on. What is he? A human chatterbox? I have to question him. Fashion, cars, women, glasses, and of course university. First rates only need apply. Glasses? But you aren't wearing glasses. That's enough! Your name, witness! Oh, is that how you want to play this? Using your power and influence to keep the young people down. I see how you work now. You old people and your dirty tricks. You thought you had me, but you thought wrong. I'm sorry. It won't happen again. Oh, man. I forgive you. All right. I suppose I can tell you my name. I am Richard Wellington, the drifting virtuoso, with a PhD in drifting, as it were. If you wanted to, you could call me a university student in transit. Mr. Wellington, on the day of the murder, you were taking strolling through the park, correct? It would appear that you are attached to that word. If you must, then by all means. But I remind you that I am in no way a prepubescent boy out on a walk with mommy. If you must know, I am... Anyway, please testify to this court what you saw during your walk through the park. See, you said it again. Taking a walk. You know, you... What you witnessed will do, Mr. Wellington. Witness testimony. All right. What I saw that day. I was at the park all afternoon, deep in thought about my life situation. I don't remember the time all that well, but I do believe it was past 6 p.m. All of a sudden, a police officer falls from above right in front of my eyes. Without a thought, I looked up, and there I met the eyes of a charming young lady. Of course, I remember her sweet face. It was that of the pretty defendant there. The only other thing I saw was the banana that fell with the police officer. The banana. That was certainly a decisive testimony. Decisive? Nick, did you hear what he just said? Yeah. That's all you have to say? How can you be so calm? It's strange. My mind is very calm and clear. Maybe it's because I believe in my client. You mean Maggie? Yes. And if she really is innocent, then that can only mean one thing. That guy is lying. You may now question the witness, Mr. Wright. I'll find out the truth no matter how well you craft your lies. Alright, at the park all afternoon, deep in thought. So you were at the park all afternoon? You seem to have a lot of free time. That was very rude of you. But then again, what can I expect? That's what you get from a man who graduated from a no-name, trashy university. No-name? Trashy? Now, this might be hard for a mush-headed, feeble-minded baboon like you, but I have to think very carefully about the future of our great country. But I thought you said you were thinking about which college to go to just now. Oh, please. Which university I go to will directly affect the very future of this country. That arrogant little snot. remember the time. Past 6 p.m. How did you know what time it was? I see you're not wearing a watch, so... Is that the best you can do? Do you think you can discredit me like that? You're just a third-rate, biased fool. I guess I can't expect real smarts from you. Ugh, his arrogance is really intolerable. So what should I do now? Let's press harder. Answer the question. How did you know what time it was? I can't believe I have to deal with a worm like you. You're just a shallow man who can only slam on desks and point at people for fun. I guess I don't have a choice. I'll try to explain it so that even a third-rate simpleton like you can understand. There was this little thing they call a clock at the park. Did you get that? Do you know what a clock is? It's a thing that tells you the time. As you can see, Mr. Wright... Oh, wait, sorry. This is Winston. As you can see, Mr. Wright, it's even in this picture of the crime scene. Oh, so it is. I looked at that clock, and that's how I knew the time. But if you ask me, this whole concept of breaking time into fragments is nonsense. Real first-class person doesn't live by it, and wear a watch. What a ridiculous notion. And yet again, another flood of meaningless words. Is this guy related to Wendy Oldbag? Talk about a first-class waste of time. In any case... A police officer falls from above. And how did you know he was a police officer? You obviously have no idea how powerful my deductive reasoning skills are. With one glance, I could tell just what kind of occupation he held. That shoddy, do-it-yourself hairstyle the police officers have. It was the way he tied the hair up, and I suppose it was also because he was, wearing an officer's uniform. Shouldn't that statement have come first? Wow, that's pretty impressive. Hey, Nick, you think he's figured out what I do? Even I haven't figured that out yet. Without a thought, I looked up and met the eyes of a charming young lady. Are you sure you got a good look at her face? Animals have this thing called an eye, Mr. Wright, and they use this eye to see things. In the case of humans, we have 2 of them, yes, even you. I don't care if I had them or not. Did you or did you not get a clear look at her face? That's what the witness was just about to get to. I would like to request that Mr. Wright not use such a loud voice during questioning. Sustained. Mr. Wright, please refrain from raising your voice in this court. Then please don't make me have to raise my voice. Are you finished? I'd like to continue, if that's all right with you. I remember her sweet face. Okay. So you're sure you're not mistaken? Please, don't confuse your pitiful train wreck of a life with mine. I'm what you call a famous brand name product, while you're only a cheap imitation. There's no way someone as magnificent as myself could have made a mistake. Now, of course, of course. Oh, of course. Did you notice anything else of interest, witness? The only other thing I saw was the banana. Yeah, let's talk about this banana. I have a suspicion that it's actually this glove. The banana? Well, it was actually more than just one. More like a bunch of bananas. Now, what would a bunch of bananas be doing there? And why would I know such a thing? I'm only telling you what I saw. That's really strange. Maggie never mentioned anything about a bunch of bananas. That's it, Nick. He's got to be lying about the bananas. He could be, but there's no reason for him to lie about there being bananas at the crime scene. And what if it's not a lie? Well, maybe he thought he was seeing one thing and it was something else. If he mistook something else for a bunch of bananas, then that would be an inaccuracy. Think, Phoenix, think. If my client's innocent, there's no way he could have seen what he says he did. Which means if we can somehow show he's lying... Yeah, that's exactly what we need to do. She's right. She's got a sharp mind, but I just wish I could remember who she is. Is everything okay, Nick? Alright. Yeah, banana. Mr. Wellington, I believe I have the bananas you saw right here. Ah, so you knew about the bananas too. Why didn't you say so earlier? But don't think you can use this as a way to pull more information out of me. And that's where you'd be wrong. Mr. Wright, what's the meaning of this? Isn't that the baseball glove? Huh? What? What? A baseball glove? Doesn't it look delicious? Care for a bite? That's not... No! Your Honor, I think this proves one very important fact. This witness has bad eyesight, yep. By the way, just how bad are your eyes? Huh? Well, why are you asking me about that all of a sudden? Your Honor, it's very simple to mistake a glove for a bunch of bananas. Oh, is it? No, I don't think so. Objection overruled. You're one of those people. Yes, you know what I mean. You're like those people who refuse to accept Galileo for his theories. You're used to world of possibilities. Sure, in the end, we find out that it's glove, but when viewed from afar, I think there's enough room for doubt, don't you? And that's why I asked you how bad your eyesight is. They're both 2200. I suppose you're going to tell me that's terrible, right? Why are you not wearing your glasses today, then? That's because I'd lost them recently, you see. Of course, I was planning on getting a new pair made right away. But, you know, my glasses are no ordinary glasses, so to replace them... How about when you witnessed the crime? Were you wearing your glasses then? How about it, witness? You are an unrelenting, evil man. You're like those people who rejected Joan of Arc and put her to death. She was brave and courageous, and she didn't do anything wrong, but she still got burned at the stake, and which boils down to, you were not wearing your glasses at the time. Therefore, the identity of the woman at the scene of the crime, and that of the defendant, cannot be proven to be the same by this witness. But the height difference was only 9 feet. It was very possible for him to see the face of the culprit sitting on the upper path. Witness, please be more accurate in your testimony. Remember, a person's life is at stake. Yes, Your Honor. Now then, please continue with your testimony. Please tell the court what happened next in the moments after you witnessed the crime. Witness testimony, what happened next? The girl on the upper path ran away as soon as she realized I was there. After that, I immediately called the police station to report the crime. It must have been 6:45 p.m. when I made the call. They must have a lot of free time on their hands since they showed up within 10 minutes. So the person who was on the upper path saw you and then ran away? Yes, that's correct. Which is why even someone without a superior brain like mine can understand that that girl is the murderer. You may question the witness now, Mr. Wright. Alright, what happened? Let's see. Ran away. She ran away just like that? Yeah, she did. She saw me and flew the nest, like the guilty bird she is. Oh, I'm sorry. Was that pun too hard for someone who only got a third-rate education? Actually, that did take me a few seconds to get. Anyway, if she ran away the instant she saw you, how could you tell it was my client? Yeah. The witness has already answered that question. He has stated that the defendant is the culprit. Well, this is true, Mr. Wright. I'm striking your question from the record. How can I get more information out of him? After that, immediately called the police station to report the crime. Immediately? As in immediately. I mean, sure, a minute might have elapsed before I did, but that's the duty of every good citizen, or did they not teach you that at your pitiful school? You think people learn about how to call the police in college? Hey, Nick, I think you should take a look at the court record for a second. Huh? Immediately call the police station, okay? Oh. Maggie found this in the park. She got in contact with its owner, but they never showed. Alright, cell number. Con artists and their phone numbers. And then we have, Richard Wellington. Immediately called the police station to report. Must have been 6:45 p.m. when I made the call. How do you know what time it was? That detective told me. You know which one I mean. The one with the jacket that makes him look like a dropout from a no-name high school. Hey, pal, I graduated from a pretty good, top-ranked college. I don't believe this. It doesn't matter. I don't believe I was mistaken on what time I called. And if I'm wrong, then that detective obviously doesn't know how to tell time. What? What? You're just some lousy kid who... I think the court can see your point. Anyway, how did the police respond? Must have a lot of free time since they showed up within 10 minutes. Okay. So you're saying that there were police on the scene by 7 p.m.? They got there before that, I think. There usually aren't many people in that area at that time of day. But suddenly, before I knew it, there were people crawling all over, gawking. It certainly says something about the morals of the people in this country. I can't find anything out of the ordinary in his testimony. Why don't you take one more look at the court record? Yeah, I guess I should. Alright. Well, immediately called the police station to report the crime. Let's see. Time of death, 6:28. So there's a phone booth there, right? And then, yeah, he wrote the name, or the name's been written, a birthday present, baseball glove. I mean, there's a lot of stuff related to phones. Let's see. Is there anything immediately, as in... That's the duty. Alright. So, yeah, there's something up, it seems like, about this. Hang on. It must have been 6:45. Hang on a minute. So it says his time of death was 6:28, right? He immediately called the police station. It must have been 6:45 p.m. when I made the call. But it says... So that wasn't an immediate thing, right? Because I'm trying to see here. That's the only thing that seems odd. Okay. Mr. Wellington, would you please take a look at this? You mean the victim's autopsy report? According to this, the murder occurred at 6:28 p.m. So what of it? You said that you called the police immediately after the murder took place. However, by the time you had called the police, it was already 6:45 p.m. There's clearly a 15-minute gap here. Do you deny it? Whoa! I think this court would like to hear what you were doing during this 15-minute gap. Ugh. The witness was in shock at the time after witnessing a terrible murder. It's only to be expected that he would be a little dazed. 15 minutes is hardly what I would call a little dazed. Ah! Mr. Wellington. Yes? Explain yourself. What were you doing during those 15 minutes? Answer the question. Telephone, spit it out. I was searching for a phone booth. A phone booth? You mean you don't have a cell phone? You and your questions, as if you're trying to open all the layers of a Matryoshka doll. You think you're really something special. Witness? I lost my cell phone there. Are you happy? You lost it? Unbelievable. You lose your glasses and your cell phone. You must be very scatterbrained when it comes to your belongings. What? Are you saying that first-rate people are never allowed to lose things? Haven't you ever heard that all geniuses have a strange quirk or two? So by that rationale, since I don't think plain simple people like you would. Enough! Oh man, oh man. Wait, hold on a second. He lost his cell phone. Nick, that cell phone. Could it be? You mean this phone Maggie found? There's no way. Boy, I didn't see this coming. What should I do now? Question further. Mr. Wellington, where is your cell phone right now? What are you getting all excited about? You seem to be a little confused. I found my phone, I'll have you know. See? Here it is. Oh, I see. Looks like he's got his phone. And I thought that just maybe this was his. Well then, I think we've cleared this issue up. At the time of the murder, the witness did not have a cell phone because he'd lost it. Therefore, the delay in his call was caused by his search for a phone booth. There's a phone booth literally in the picture. Well, that's the gist of it. I guess you could put it that way and leave it at that. Do you have any further questions, Mr. Wright? There is something. Yeah, there is. Your Honor, the witness's testimony doesn't make any sense. I don't believe that there was ever a need for the witness to search for a phone. How dare you? You can't just make outrageous claims like that. You do have to have some sort of proof, don't you? Well, yeah, of course. This evidence should be good enough, I think. All right, let's have this proof then. Please present proof that the witness had no need to search for a public phone booth. There. It's quite simple, actually. Please take a look at this. At the crime scene photo? Is there a problem with it? Oh, there's nothing wrong with the picture. But if you don't understand my logic after looking at it, something's wrong with you. No! It's a phone booth! That's correct. All the defendant had to do was walk 3 steps. Mr. Wellington, why did you not use the phone that was right in front of you? Oh! Order! Order! What is reporting the crime a little late proof for the defense? The witness can't explain what he was doing for those 15 minutes. That's reason enough to throw suspicion on his testimony. Yes, this is very true. What do you have to say for yourself, witness? Then I bet this phone really is his, Nick. He must have killed Dustin to get his phone back. But Maggie said that she was going to return it to him. So there was no reason for him to kill for it. And on top of that, we still have the phone she found anyway. But if he wasn't looking for his cell phone, maybe he was looking for something else. Was he? Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. Do you have any thoughts you would like to share with the court? Can you offer an explanation as to what the witness was doing during those 15 minutes? Yeah, looking for his glasses. There's only one possible explanation. All right, let's hear your explanation. However, be forewarned that if your explanation is not persuasive, you will be penalized. Think carefully before you present, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. I probably shouldn't have said there was only one possibility. Please present to the court the one piece of evidence that will answer the following. Why didn't the witness call the police right away? Is it the glasses? I'm assuming it is. Pieces. Let's see. Mr. Wellington. What? Don't do that. You almost gave me a heart attack. These are your glasses, aren't they? Where did you find... I believe the court all heard what you just confessed to. That these glasses are in fact yours. I'll tell you where they were found, Mr. Wellington. These glasses were found under the victim's body. Under the victim's body? Order! Order! Now wait a second, hold on. I didn't confess or confirm anything. Your Honor, I think the answer is quite clear here. As he fell, Dustin Prince grabbed the culprit's glasses. The culprit knew that he had to find his glasses and searched frantically for them. What he didn't realize was that they were under the victim's body. And that's why it took him 15 minutes to make that call. But Mr. Wright, are you indicating the witness is indicting the witness as the real murderer? Of course, that's precisely what I'm doing. Oh! I know I'm right. He is the real murderer. Did you figure it out, Nick? More or less. Turns out this cell phone was the key to this case after all. Anyway, now's our chance to deep six this guy. I'll sink him in one shot. Yeah! This is so exciting, watching you work again. Somehow, my old self is coming back to me. It's time to sink or swim. Everything rests on the edge of a knife. This is the moment I've been waiting for. Order! Order! Your Honor, the defense is making a mockery of this court. Without any solid ground to stand on, he accuses the witness of being the murderer. Yeah, that's right. I'm no criminal. This third-rate fraud of a lawyer. In that case, why don't we look at it from a different perspective? Let's hear your explanation as to why you're not the murderer. Why, that's easy. For example, there's the name the victim wrote. What about that? Oh, you mean the name Maggie? Yeah. Even an idiot like you can read that, right? But we already know this was not written by the victim himself. After all, the defendant's name is Maggie, and the victim was left-handed. In other words, in order to make the defendant look guilty, the real criminal used the victim's right hand to write her name on the ground. But, wouldn't that mean that the real criminal was someone the defendant knew? Otherwise, how else would the person know her name was Maggie? Maggie E.Y. Well, that is a good point. The witness didn't even know Miss Bird before the trial. I forgot. Was there any way this creep could have known Maggie's name beforehand? Yes. It would be best if I could prove that the witness had a chance to learn that the defendant's name was Maggie. Now, will the defense please present its case? How could the witness have known the defendant's name? The cell phone, right? Well, Mr. Wellington, you didn't have your cell phone with you on the day of the murder, correct? So what if I didn't? When you realized you had lost it, what did you do? What did I do? Didn't you try to find it by calling it? Well, how did you? Your Honor, these questions have nothing to do with... Overruled. Mr. Wright, where are you going with this line of questioning? Do you think there's some relation between the witness's cell phone and the murder? I do, Your Honor. On the day of the murder, Maggie Bird picked up a lost phone in the park. And she also received a phone call from the owner of the phone. Right. Yeah, she... searching for the phone, and she said, "You can call me Maggie," and he didn't know how she spelled it. So he just assumed it was M-A-G-G-I-E. That was when you learned her name was Maggie. But you made one fatal mistake. Fatal mistake? My client's name is M-A-G-G-E-Y, but the name that was written on the ground was M-A-G-G-I-E. This is a mistake that could only occur if all you knew was how her name sounded. Ugh. Order! Order! But, Your Honor, the witness has no motive. And your point is? It's very simple, Your Honor. A person usually would not kill someone without a reason. Mr. Wellington had no reason to kill anyone. That's absolutely correct. I don't have a motive. Mr. Wright. Your Honor, can you explain what motive the witness could have had? It's very simple, Your Honor. Are you sure, Nick? If I said I can't offer an explanation, then the trial's over, right? Yeah, but... Now then, please present to the court proof that the witness had a motive. The list of con artists and their phone numbers stored in the cell phone. Is this it? Mr. Wellington's motive is right here. What is this? A list? These phone numbers were pulled from the memory of the phone the defendant found. And we have determined that the people on this list are members of a certain group. You looked up all those numbers? Of course. This list of phone numbers was stored in the cell phone's memory. The names and numbers belong to people who are members of a certain con artist group. What? Con artists? Can you explain why these numbers were on your phone, Mr. Wellington? This is an outrage, an invasion of privacy. Looking up the phone numbers on a person's phone is a worse crime than murder. You're one of those people. You're just like the cops who raided that brilliant... The god disrupted the... I don't care, Mr. Wellington. All I want is for you to tell us what this list is about. You think any of you know what it's like to be a refined man such as me? Your Honor, this is unjustified badgering of the witness. Objection overruled. Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this? Why would the witness have the numbers of a group of con artists on his phone? Isn't that obvious? The witness is a member of the group. Mr. Wellington is a member of this very group. No! All of your friends' phone numbers are stored right here on this phone. If anyone would look into these phone numbers, it would be all over for you. That's why you had to kill. No! This is too much! That does make quite a bit of sense. Well, Mr. Wellington, would you care to explain? I got you now. That police officer. Your Honor. What is it, Mr. Payne? Your Honor, this is unjustified badgering of the witness. You said the exact same thing only a few seconds ago. But please, let's think about the content of that phone call. She said, hello, thank you, I've been searching for my phone. We can meet it up and I can give it back. The defendant already promised that she would return the phone. After that, all Mr. Wellington had to do was meet Miss Bird to get his phone back. Why then would he need to kill anyone? Well, that is a valid point. What does the defense think about this? If you think about it logically, then it makes sense. Then maybe we should be thinking outside the box. Yeah, if we think like that, let's see. Maybe that slimeball saw something at the crime scene that made him commit murder. Well, there's the hat. I don't know. Hard to say. The victim and a policeman. Oh, is it because she wasn't dressed as a policeman and he was? Did he think that she was reporting him to the police or something? Your thoughts, Mr. Wright? Well, I don't think Mr. Wellington went to pick up his phone in a very friendly manner. But he was promised his phone, so why would he have been unfriendly to the defendant? I think he must have seen something that didn't agree with him when he got there. Well then, Mr. Wright, what was this something that didn't agree with the witness? I'm gonna go ahead and go on a limb and say it was Dustin Prince in full police uniform. What Mr. Wellington saw was the victim. The victim? You mean Dustin Prince? Dustin Prince had gone on his date right after his shift was over. With no time to change, he went to the park still wearing his police uniform. Oh! The girl that picked up my phone was with a policeman. He couldn't have known they were going out, so he began to worry. He was afraid the policeman would ask a few questions before returning the phone. If I do anything suspicious, he might run a check on my phone. In his mind, it was possible they had already run a check on the phone.
And he went into a panic. Is that what you're saying?
Exactly. Officer Prince was murdered simply because he was in uniform.
Mr. Payne, do you have any comments?
I'm thinking.
It seems the truth has come out at last. The witness, Mr. Wellington, you are...
Impressive. Not bad for a person with a third-rate education. What's that supposed to mean? The evidence! Evidence! Yeah, that guy is really creeping me out. All you've been waving around and talking about is that suspicious cell phone. Suspicious phone number this, suspicious con group that. They're all on that phone. But who's to say that phone is really mine? Where's your proof? Your evidence? You want proof that this phone is yours? I already told you earlier. That phone I lost, I've already found it. You don't even have the slightest idea who the phone in your hand belongs to. But you can be sure it isn't mine, you simpleton. What? It feels good to see you squirm.
We do seem to have a problem on our hands with this phone. Whose phone is it? Without knowing that, it's meaningless as evidence.
Your Honor, this is bad. I can't let him turn the tables on me like this. The cell phone. There has to be something I've overlooked. There's gotta be. Maybe fingerprints on the phone? We've already seen the phone stored numbers, yeah. I got it. We should check for fingerprints.
Fingerprints?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Wellington must have left some prints on this phone. Nick, don't you remember? When you got that from Maggie, you wiped it off. I what? You said there was sand all over it, so... Wiped it? I wiped it? Pretty thoroughly, too. It's oh so much fun watching third-rate trash babble like morons amongst themselves. He's made a complete recovery. How many times do I have to say this? My phone is right here, you see. Oh, and incidentally, you can't check the number stored on this phone. It must have glitched because all the numbers just magically disappeared. You've got to be joking. He erased all the numbers I was going to use as evidence. Mr. Wellington. What's this? By the tone of your voice, it sounds like you still have some fight left in you. Where did you finally find your cell phone? Oh, you're too much. And of course, you have no idea what I'm talking about. Huh? Oh my... Now I remember! Huh? Looks like they hung up. Oh, good. I've finally found it. So that's when... What's wrong, Mr. Attorney? Why the harsh glare in your eyes? Nick, we've worked so hard to get this far, but if you don't do something quick, he's gonna get off scot-free. I know. I know this phone has to be his. But how am I supposed to prove something like that?
Mr. Wright, if you cannot prove who the owner of that cell phone is, your indictment has no basis. Therefore, no power. It looks like you came up a penny short.
Wellington looks like he sells this really crazy solution to something very obscure, and turns out the whole thing is a scam off of Amazon. Yes, he does. He looks like a YouTube, guru type. Where did I go wrong? Don't blame yourself. You're merely a third-rate lawyer. You only made one big mistake. Who are you? What are you? That's something you haven't figured out for yourself yet. Who I am?
The court hereby concludes the cross-examination.
If that will be all, I'll have to bid you gentlemen and ladies goodbye. I have a reservation at that ultra-fancy restaurant on the other side of town.
Thank you for your assistance. You've had a stressful day. So please, bon appetit.
What am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to just let it go at that?
Oh, no, we always object.
Please wait, Your Honor. All right, Nick. I think I may be able to prove it.
Prove it? Prove what, Mr. Wright?
Everything.
Your Honor, the cross-examination has already ended. Besides, the defense is just going to badger the witness with more inane questions. You will not harass the witness, is that clear, Mr. Wright?
Did you hear that? No harassment allowed, Mr. Attorney. Please, Your Honor.
Very well, but this is your last chance, Mr. Wright. You may present one piece of evidence to the court.
Only get one shot at this.
If you cannot prove everything, it's over for your client and for you. Do you fully understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm sure you're well aware, Your Honor, but the cross-examination period has ended. Were you paying attention, Mr. Payne? I said that Mr. Wright could present only one more piece of evidence. Oh. Now then, Mr. Wright, this is your last chance.
It all comes down to this. It's go time.
Please present the one piece of evidence that will explain everything.
Is it... I handwrote my cell phone number. So wait a minute. Do I have his phone? And he has my phone? I think this is it. Yeah, it's only 3 segments if I get it wrong, so let's see.
Why, well, thank you. How nice. Here, please have one of mine.
Judge's business card. It's written in fancy script. The ink is strong and clear, but I still can't read it.
Wait, what am I doing? This isn't the time to be exchanging business cards.
Your Honor, there's something very important about that card, and that is the number written on the back, yeah. This card is important because of what's on the back. I like that we actually have the judge's business card now. That's awesome. You wrote your cell phone number on the back, but that's exactly it. Can you please call this number from your cell phone? Huh? Right now? But court's still in session. It's okay. You'll see. Okay, if you say so.
Is the defense preparing something, Mr. Wright?
We're gonna call my cell phone now, and then the court will see everything for what it is. Of all the idiotic, stupid things to... Yeah. Duh! What? Why is my phone? And what is with this stupid sounding ringtone? It's the Steel Samurai theme, buddy. Mr. Wellington? How strange. I could almost swear that you're holding my phone. You're... Ah! No, it can't. By the way, before I forget, thank you very much for the lump on my head this morning. No. I don't think I need to explain any further, except to say... When you went to retrieve your cell phone, you mistakenly took the wrong one.
So that's what happened. You were knocked out by Mr. Wellington.
He's a man who lives on his pride and self-image alone. And in order to hide his involvement with the con artist group, he has become paranoid and lost all ability to make rational judgments. I would love if he pulled on his scarf very tight.
Yeah. Then, Mr. Wright, the phone you're holding.
It's Mr. Wellington's, naturally.
Speaking of that man, how is he, Mr. Payne? He was arrested and has been taken away, Your Honor.
Very well. Now then, this court finds the defendant, Maggie Bird, not guilty. That is all. This court is adjourned. September 8th, 2:16 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 1. I knew that the real you would shine through eventually. I'm so moved by what you've done for me, sir. Thank you so much, Mr. Wright. I feel really bad for Dustin. He didn't do anything to deserve this. It's probably because of me.
Huh?
My whole life has been nothing but a whirlwind of bad luck and failures. Your whole life? Well, it can't be that bad, can it? Since I was 6 months old, when I fell from the 9th floor of my apartment building. Oh my gosh. I've been hit by all sorts of vehicles, gotten sick from all sorts of foods, failed in almost every test I've ever taken, experienced almost every kind of disaster, and never won or even tied at a game of tic-tac-toe. My life has really been nothing but a string of disasters. That is, pretty bad. Up until I went to college, I was known as the Goddess of Misfortune. And then, at the academy, everyone called me Lady Luckless. Lady Luckless? What's worse is that my misfortune always seems to latch on to those around me. Well, what do you mean? When I see someone in trouble, I always try to help. That's right. You were talking about this earlier. It happened again recently, too, sir. There was an old lady pacing back and forth by the pedestrian crosswalk, and I gave her my hand, and before I knew it, we were having dinner at my house. Oh. I'm sure that Dustin's gone because of me. That's not true. That glove didn't even have any sort of special meaning. It was just a present to say thanks for covering one of my night shifts. Oh, I see. Everything is all my fault. Dustin's death, your head being all messed up. Well, I don't think my head is that messed up yet. I'm gonna find a new life for myself starting now. The next time we meet, I'm sure I'll have found a whole ocean's worth of good luck by then, sir. Yeah, after all, the Goddess of Misfortune is only a name. You bet. I'm gonna make it. I promise. Next time we meet, I'll only be an unlucky person instead of a goddess. Yeah, that's the spirit. Well, Mr. Wright, Maya, I should get going. Okay, good luck to you. Thanks. You take care of yourselves, too. What a horrible day. I've gotten my memory back, but things are still a little fuzzy. But you're okay, and that's what counts. You really had me worried. Come on, let's go back to the office. I'm afraid to ask, but here it goes. So, this might sound bad, but, who are you? What? I thought you said you got your memory back. At that moment, everything really did come back to me. Detective Gumshoe, he's someone I've had clashes with in the past during certain cases, but he's also been a good ally during others. The judge, he's a lovable, kind old man who's easily swayed by other people's opinions, but in the end, he always comes up with the right verdict. This person, I haven't got a clue. Yikes. He seems to know me, but maybe he's mistaking me for somebody else? And this girl, Maya? You finally remembered. This is Maya Fey, my assistant. That's right. I have so many unforgettable memories about her. For example, Earth to neck, what's wrong? Keep staring at me. Don't tell me you've missed me. Well, yeah, I suppose I have. I feel like I haven't seen you in ages. Oh? Well, I'm back now, so it's time for us to create new memories together. All right. Sounds good. All the phone numbers on my phone were erased by Mr. Wellington, and I guess I have to start over from the very beginning. Come on, Nick. let's go to our usual burger joint. Our Alzheimer's is cured. Yes, Phoenix has cured it. Okay. Actually, it hasn't even been that long since she came back into my life. And that story began on one rainy afternoon 2 months ago. Episode 1, The Lost Turnabout. The end. Hey, we got through that one. We got a little bit of time to do episode 2, a bit of it. A brand new episode has been added. Reunion and Turnabout. That was no accident. I was drugged with sleeping pills. I was murdered by that person. That's why I took my revenge. It's only fair, isn't it, Eenie? I finally get to see you again, and it's not your fault. You didn't do it. No, I did it. I killed that person. But that wasn't you. It doesn't matter. It might as well have been me. I can't believe something like this happened. The events of that gloomy, rainy afternoon that started this whole mess keep playing through my mind. Uh-oh. Something crazy happened, huh? June 16th, 3:34 p.m. The Wright & Co. Law Offices.
What depressing rain. You understand how depressed that makes me, do you?
I guess.
But actually, more than being depressed, I'm angry. Angry at that weather girl on TV. I think our little rainy spell would take a break with a day of sun. That's what that girl said. I'd stake my life on it.
Well, it's the weather.
But that's why I didn't bother to bring an umbrella today. What nerve, calling herself a weather girl. She's gonna hear about my $1,500 suit.
About your case. Unless you're planning on suing the weather girl,
I'm sorry. I thought that before we got down to business, we could have some friendly chatter. My name is Dr. Turner Gray. I'm a surgeon.
Turner Gray? I barely knew her. Remind me never to end up under his knife.
I'm here today because of this incident.
Malpractice at Gray Surgical Clinic? 14 inpatients lose their lives? Oh, you're the doctor at...
It's really quite upsetting. Did you hear me? Upsetting!
Yes, I heard you. I agree. It is quite upsetting, Dr. Gray.
The one that screwed up was that nurse. It was her that got the medications mixed up and killed those 14 patients. And yet, now listen good, and yet, that nurse had the nerve to go and die before admitting to her wrongdoing. She didn't even offer any sort of explanation to me. And this is the kicker. She up and has herself a grand old accident and crashes her car. Smash! Crunch! Instantly transforming her car into an accordion model.
Yep, well, that's what we saw in the intro for sure. That's right. About a year ago, all the tabloid shows were talking about it. 14 victims of medical malpractice and the nurse's mysterious fatal accident. There were rumors that Dr. Gray had actually caused that crash. People said it was to forever hide the person responsible for the malpractice incident.
Why would I? Now, I'm just gonna say this once. Why on earth would I want to kill that nurse? She's the one who killed those 14 patients, not me.
He looks like every time he has to do surgery, he puts some of the organs in the wrong place just so he can get them to come back to pay more. Yeah, he kind of does, yeah. I think you need to take a deep breath, Doctor, and focus. More to the point, this case is over a year old. Why bring it up now?
That's simple, because the solution is slipping out of my grasp.
This just won't do. My clinic isn't seeing nearly as many patients nowadays. Do you understand what that means? It means they're not coming to my clinic. You don't say. If it were me, I don't think I'd want to go either. So, what would you like me to do about it? I want you to help me prove I'm innocent. You do realize I'm a lawyer, not a private investigator, right? No, this is something only you can do. Huh? Maya Fey. You know this girl, correct? Huh? Maya? Well, why would he know her name? I heard you were working under her for a little while. Well, yes, I mean, hey, wait a second here. I worked under her. Yes, am I wrong? She told me, so I'm not quite sure if... Well, we worked a few trials together, but she went back to her hometown to undergo more training. Ah, yes, I heard. It must be lonely for you. What? Wait, I'm not... She must be an extraordinary girl to handle such rigid training. What? I have an acquaintance who knows a lot about these mystical sorts of things. She's the one who introduced me to Miss Fey. Is Maya really that famous? And I've already set up an appointment. For what? What else? A channeling. I'm gonna have her call the spirit of that nurse that went and got herself killed. Oh. Maya, I wonder what she's up to right now. We, the women of the Fey clan, have always been spirit mediums. It's because the power to communicate with spirits flows strongly through us. That's what she told me. I guess she's learned to accept her responsibilities and become an adult. Not counting training, this will be her first time channeling a spirit. So she gave me one condition before accepting my request. A condition? The condition is you, Mr. Wright. She said that she wouldn't do the channeling without first seeing you again. Me? And that is why I've searched you out. You want to see her too, don't you? And so, that's how I ended up visiting Maya's hometown with the doctor. June 19th, 1:25 p.m., Wright Village. Oh yeah, see, this is one of those quaint California small towns. So this is Wright Village, Maya's hometown. Oh, why hello there. I'm a hot little girl. Hey, wait up, Pearly. Huh? Someone else is coming this way? Nick! Maya, how are you? It's good to see you again. Wow, I didn't think you'd really show up. It's not that big a deal. You made it sound like you were so far away. Well, maybe I exaggerated, just a little. It was only 2 hours by train. If I'd known you were this close, I would have visited more. No, you're not allowed. I decided, you know. Until I became an adult, I have to work hard and be strong by myself. Oh, well, anyway, congratulations. I'm glad to hear training is going well for you. Hehe. Hey, look at my attorney's badge. Ah, it's good to see this tarnished badge again. What do you mean by tarnished? Well, look, this badge is like every other. It's bound to lose its color and shine after years and years. But you know, polishing it up once in a while wouldn't be a bad idea. Let's talk. Today's channeling. Looks like you finally become a full-fledged medium, taking on your first job. Yeah, I didn't think it would be this soon. But this case, do you know the messy story behind it? Behold the power of the Maya intelligence network. Let's see, 14 people died because of malpractice on Dr. Gray's part, right? And to pin the blame on the nurse, he killed her in what appeared to be a car accident. Huh? So what is this Maya intelligence network anyway? The tabloids. That's what I thought. I'm just pulling your leg, Nick. What really happened is the exact opposite. I heard all about it from Dr. Gray. Oh, come on, Nick. I wouldn't take a crazed killer as a client. That's too scary, even for me. Yeah, I guess so. Let's talk about Wright Village. So, this is your hometown, huh, Maya? Yep. Wright Village, but I've heard people call this place Medium Valley, too. Like Silicon Valley, but for spirit mediums? Yeah, you know that place in California, don't you? I mean, come on. Interesting. So everyone that lives here is a spirit medium? Pretty much. Most of my ancestors were too, I think. That's probably true since the Fey ability to communicate with the dead is so strong. Actually, only the women in this village are mediums. So what do the men do? They usually work someplace outside the village. Yeah, they're seeking a happy medium in life. Oh, ho, ho, ho! That girl earlier. Oh yeah, I wanted to ask you about that girl I saw earlier. Do you know her? Oh, you mean Pearly? Pearly? Pearl Fey, she's my cousin. Isn't she adorable? Just like yours truly. Cousin? Oh wait, then that means, is she also, Yep, she's a medium too. Pearly's a real genius when it comes to channeling. I see. I hope I didn't scare her when I tried to talk to her earlier. Nah, it's not you. My aunt drilled it into her head that if a suspicious-looking person tries to talk to you, run away. Suspicious-looking? Well, you're not wearing training clothes, for starters. Of course not. Pearly is my aunt's most valued treasure, so she's not allowed to go outside of town. She doesn't know much about the world outside of Curine Village. Aunt. Pearly's mother is my aunt, duh. But come on, Nick. Well, Nick, I've got to get going. It's about time for the channeling to start. Huh? Oh, yeah. I'm doing the channeling in my house, so come on in, okay? After I'm done, we can grill up some juicy burgers. All right. Good luck, Maya. Thanks. Hamburger ramen. Oh, well, at least she's still the same perky Maya. We can look around if we want to. Let's look at these beautiful California mountains. Rustic, thatch-roofed houses where the other villages live line the street. They're nowhere near as large or as nice as the manor in front of me. Kinda odd that I don't see any of the other villagers walking around, though. An old bus stop. It says Curine Village on the signpost. The buses seem incredibly inconvenient, since they only come 3 times a day. Yeah, I heard they really cleaned this place up when Xi Jinping was coming to visit. Yay, there's a dated reference for you. It's an old-style phone booth. I can't say it fits in with this area too well. My cell phone doesn't get reception up here, so who knows? I may need it later. A giant rock that seems to be reaching out for the sky. Its origins are written on a beat-up old sign. It looks like this giant rock is called the Curine Boulder. There's a really complex explanation written here, but long story short, it's a big stone for spirits to live in, or something like that. The boulder is willing to let the spirits live within him. The biggest, most elegant of the buildings I can see from here. This is Fey Manor, the place Maya calls home. It's easy to be overwhelmed by its presence. I feel like this is like a setting for a Fatal Frame game, if this was a different genre. All right, meditation room, here we go. Oh yeah, I mean, look at this classic California architecture. June 19th, Fey Manor, meditation room. Ah, Mr. Wright, I'm so glad you showed. Some nice weather we're having today. Aren't you happy? No, not at all. That stupid weather girl made the wrong call again. It will rain cats and dogs today, she said, with a straight face. I can't believe they allow such misguided reports in the public airwaves. Looks like talking about the weather with this guy is just asking for punishment. But anyway, this is a splendid manor. No argument there. It's hard to believe that this is Maya's house, though. I was given a guide map to this building. Here, Mr. Wright, I have a copy for you, too. A diagram of Fey Manor. Well, that's nice of him. Can we look at it? Okay. Gee, I wonder if this is going to be important. Fey Manor, guide map, partial. Why is it only partial? Is this a bigger place than we realize? So we have like the meditation room, and that's where we are right now. There's a winding way to the side room and a channeling chamber. Okay. Hey, look at my attorney's badge. Look, here's my attorney's badge. Are you trying to compete with me in my profession with that piece of scrap? I'm a surgeon. Compared to you lawyers, I'm practically a saint. Yes, well, I don't exactly have any patience right now. But, and listen good, I'm not the one that made the mistake. This doctor needs his head examined. Alright, today's channeling. What are you gonna do once the nurse's spirit has been called? Isn't it obvious? I'm gonna have her write a signed confession. A signed confession? Yes, a confession. Pay attention. I'll have her write this. 1 year ago, on May 2nd, 14 patients died due to my negligence. And then, on May 24th, I fell asleep at the wheel and died in a car accident due to my further negligence. I'm sorry and I apologize for being negligent. That's what I'll have her write. With a confession, the rain falling on my soul can finally stop. Oh, I see. Alright, let's talk about Maya. So how did you hear about Maya Fey? I heard about her from an acquaintance, a girl studying the occult at the college. That girl introduced me to this village. This is the home of the Kurine School of Channeling. The home, huh? And Miss Maya is a daughter of the Master, I hear. Master? Anyway, do you see that door? That's the room where people and spirits meet. Miss Maya's aunt is in there right now. Would you care to meet her? Yeah, can we go there now? Yeah, let's go to the channeling chamber. Whoa. This does look like a Fatal Frame room. June 19th, Bay Manor, channeling chamber. Wow. It's such a strange atmosphere in here. These flickering lights. I guess they're candles. Good sir, who might you be? My name is Phoenix Wright. Oh, you must be that good sir. Good sir? Is she talking about me? You are a lawyer, are you not, good sir? I have heard much about you from Mystic Maya. Is that so? Mystic Maya? I am Mystic Maya's aunt, Morgan Fay. Nice to meet you. I wanted to speak with you about a certain incident, good sir. It would seem that perhaps you ask too much of Mystic Maya in performing your duties. Most unbecoming, I'm afraid. Huh? Don't tell me you've already forgotten. That is not for Mystic Maya and her assistants. You would surely not have won. First a girl that runs away, and now an old lady who says I stink at doing my job. Well, let's be honest, Phoenix. There were a couple cases in the first game you would have lost if Mia hadn't come in through channeling. When did I become the poster boy for how not to make a first impression? The past is the past, though. Let us speak of the present now. Thank you. Okay. Look at my attorney's badge. Good sir. We would like to begin the channeling at 3 o'clock. If you don't mind, good sir, would you mind allowing me to make preparations? Yeah, sure. Go ahead. She's a Fae, all right. Just as odd as the rest. Well, let's see. Talk Maya. So why do you add Mystic to Maya's name? Isn't that a little strange? Good sir. Yes? How dare you be so rude and disrespectful towards Mystic Maya? I'm sorry. She must be addressed by her proper title, good sir. You must call her Mystic Maya. Oh, so about Mystic Maya, it is the blood. Excuse me? Blood? Mystic Maya carries the blood of the Master. In actuality, she is the only one remaining. Only one remaining? What's that supposed to mean? Mystic Maya is the last of the rightful heirs of the Kurine channeling technique. Okay, then where do you stand? That is a little more complicated. Although a woman of the Fae clan, I am merely a member of the Branch family. Branch family? What's that? It is as it sounds. For a member of the Branch family, no matter how her spiritual power, she can never become the master of the Kurine school. So, how strong are you? It is a shame, however, I will admit. I cannot even begin to compare the loneliness of my power to the Master's. So that's how it is. Today's channeling. So today's channeling will be her first? Yes, good sir. Because the spirit of a person who dies in a traffic accident is usually very strong. It is usually easier to call that person to our world. Traffic accident indeed. The channeling will take place here, in this channeling chamber, good sir. As you can see, I am in the process of preparing. talk about the channeling chamber. So, this room is the channeling chamber? The place where a spirit medium speaks with those who have departed. I don't suppose you'd mind if we observed the session? Do not even think of such nonsense. Only the medium and the client may enter here. Oh. The secrets of the Kurine techniques cannot be seen by just anybody. That never stopped Maya from doing it in front of me before. It's also for your safety, good sir, if something were to go wrong. That's why, while channeling is being performed, that heavy door is securely locked. Oh, that's what the lock's for. Oh yes, I wonder if you have yet to meet Pearl, good sir. Pearl? She is an adorable, angelic young girl. Oh, that odd... She is my daughter. Now then, what was it about you were about to say? Whoa, what a cute daughter you have. A pure heart that knows not the evils of this world is a powerful thing, sir. Please refrain from affiliating with her, I request. Well, it's not like I had the chance to anyway. I must insist and stress that you not let it occur. Okay, I get it. Well, that appears to be everything we can talk to here. Let's go check out the, Let's go check out the, Winding Way. June 19th, Fay Manor, Winding Way. Wow, this garden is really breathtaking. Someone put a lot of love into it. What is that over there? Is that an incinerator? It looks a little out of place in a garden like this. Let's see. It's a small incinerator. I don't think garbage trucks come all the way out here to tiny villages like this. So every family has to burn their own trash. What's that? It's a really old urn. The ashes of a person long dead are inside. It looks like something with a long history. Other than that, it's not very interesting. Time to move on. Okay. There's a garden. A splendid garden with a small lamp and traditional decorations. Traditional California decorations. It's a bit small to walk around in, although that incinerator piques my curiosity. It looks like there's a room over there, too. A peaceful feeling is emanating from it. Alright. Side room. Let's go check it out. June 19th, Fay Manor, side room. So this is the side room. Looks like it's more of a break room. There is bedding spread out on the floor. It looks like someone's sleeping in one. I shouldn't disturb them. Yeah, somebody is sleeping. There's bedding spread out on the floor. Is that somebody sleeping in one over there? She's probably an exhausted medium taking a break and catching some Z's. If I wake her up, she might be grumpy and throw a spell on me. It's probably a good idea to not disturb her sleep. What is that, a bear? It's a decorative wooden bear sculpture. There's a plate attached to the base. Kurine Village, the heart of channeling. What the? It's a souvenir. So does this mean it's easy to spot bears here? And for them to spot you? Ugh. That. It's a small alcove. I have no idea what it's supposed to mean or symbolize. If I had one of these in the office, it'd end up as storage space. But here, it's decorated with some pretty flowers and a beautiful hanging scroll. Huh. Okay. This is the first time I've seen a sliding door like this in person. From here, I can see the winding way and the little garden in the courtyard. Which I think we're supposed to go back. Have we seen everything? Hey, you, hold on now. This gal's got a few questions to ask. What? I'm sure I've heard that southern accent somewhere before. Uh-oh. Oh, well, I'll be. It's Mr. Phoenix Wright. How you been? Haven't seen you, what, a year? You're, lot of hair. A lot of heart. Who are you again? We're gonna call you lot of hair. Lot of hair, was it? Lot of who? Wait, you best not be making fun of my hair now. No, I wasn't making fun. I was complimenting you on your fine hair. I dare say you're one heartless man, Mr. Wright. It was because of my testimony that your friend got up being guilty. But looks like you already forgot that. Hold up. You were working with the prosecution at first as one of their witnesses, and came after us as if we were a piece of sirloin steak. Minor detail. Stop being so uptight. Letting little things get in the way. The name's Hart. A lot of heart. Don't you go forgetting it. Oh yeah, that's it. Now listen here. I'm here to take some pictures today. Gonna get myself a real scoop. So I guess you're still at it? Being a photographer, I mean? You betcha. The hardest working one out there, I reckon. Didn't I say I was gonna make a name for myself as a famous paranormal photographer? Well, that's right. This ain't no time to be wasting time. The channeling's about to get started. Is it that time already? We all should hurry up and get to the meditation room. What are you waiting around for? Come on! Lot of heart, huh? I've been judging her harshly because of that case. But I guess looking back, we had some good times too. Did you? Like all the time she made you pay for the film that you kept using up? Okay. June 19th, Fay Manor, Meditation Room. We will now begin the channeling. Mystic Maya and honored guests, please proceed into the channeling chamber. With this, I can finally swat those pesky flies, once and for all. You hear me? They won't be able to say a single bad thing about me after this. You'd love to hear them apologize, wouldn't you? Wouldn't you, Mr. Wright? Me? Oh, yeah, I sure would. Mystic Maya, do you have the channeling chamber key? Yeah, right here. That is most satisfactory. That key is one of a kind, so please take care of it well. It'll be fine, Aunt Morgan. I won't lose it. Trust me. Okay, Dr. Gray, let's get started. Finally, let's go. Click. Now, let us wait patiently out here for them. Please have some lovely bitter green tea and jaw-droppingly large strawberry desserts. Hold on now, Granny. Granny? How come we ain't loud in that room? Dear madam, you have an impressive grasp of English. From where did you learn it? What? I'm from the heart of the heartland. Is that so? Then I humbly request that you return to this heart of the heartland. Well, what are you... This is Kurine Village. If you cannot follow our traditions and rules, we request that you leave. Sorry. Wow, she shut Lotta up. Now that's impressive. Now then, let us wait. Bang. Hey now, what was that just now? Came from inside the channeling chamber. Bang. Hey, that's a gunshot. Excuse me. I've heard that sound before. It's a gunshot. I'd bet my afro on it. Okay. Maya's in there. Break in or ask Morgan? Let's ask Morgan. We're gonna be a passive guy about this. Miss Faye, what should we do? Yellow-bellied chicken liver? What are you waiting for? Kick it down already. But the key. That key is one of a kind. In this world, there is only that one. Even I'm powerless to open that door. There's really no other way. All right. Stand aside. I'm gonna break the door down. Wait, please. That sort of recklessness. Yeah, now that's what I call being a man. Uh-oh. Dr. Gray. Yeah, I was murdered. Maya? That man murdered me. So I killed him. What? Lotta, at a time like this? Times like this are perfect for snapping up shots. But anyway, what's going on here? This gal, is she? Maya? Step away from there. Please leave this area to me. Go quickly and inform the police. But, hurry, before there are more victims here. Hey, let's go, city boy. Leave this to the granny. June 19th, Kurine Village. My cell phone doesn't get reception way out here, so I ended up using the phone booth to call the police. And they're on their way. It's good. Lordy, I saw a genuine, mysterious phenomenon. She seems really on edge because of all this. Not that I blame her. I'm scared to death by what's going on. Let's talk. Hey, mister. That gal. Maya, she wasn't the one that pulled the trigger, was she? Oh, yeah. Lada doesn't know that when Maya is channeling, her whole physical appearance changes. Then again, weren't there only the two of them in there? I reckon she must have done it then. Talk about Dr. Gray. Lada, what do you know about Dr. Gray? Not much, but I did some digging. That's one gent with a bad reputation. Really? I hear he's good at surgery and stuff, but his personality stinks like a wet sheet. Well, I sort of got the same impression myself. He's real controlling. As soon as his nurse or patients don't do what he says, he starts hollering. Must have been real rough to work for him. Okay. Look at the guide map? Hey, they'll be here soon, right? The police, I mean? I reckon you should be getting back to the crime scene now. Yeah, I guess so. Okay. June 19th, Fay Manor, meditation room. Ah, Mr. Wright. Miss Fay, how's, Mystic Maya? She has returned to this world. The spirit severing technique was successful. Let me see her, please. She is still unconscious. I humbly request that you wait outside for her recovery. I guess I just have to wait. The police are here! Sorry to keep you waiting. Huh? You again? What are you doing all the way out here, Detective Gumshoe? It's actually kind of funny. I was in the area for a business trip, pal. Well, time to check out the crime scene. I'll have to question everyone here later on. So just sit tight, all right? Why is he grinning at me? Shall I show you to the scene of the crime, Detective Jim Shoe? My name isn't Jim Shoe. The two of them went into the channeling chamber. I guess all I can do for now is to see what everybody else has to say. Alright. So we can't go to the or can we go into the channeling chamber? No, we can. June 19th. Fay Manor. Channeling chamber. The police are busily running here and there, and I don't see Maya anywhere. Hey, you! Don't touch anything! Look, I really need to ask you some questions. Don't look at me like I'm some sort of uncaring jerk. I'll tell you what, pal. I'll let you ask me a few questions, alright? Detective Gumshoe, we have some important business. And that is, you need to look at my attorney's badge. Yeah, I'm really busy right now. I can take a look at it later, alright, pal? He didn't even take a glance at it. Oh, man. Okay. Let's talk about Maya. About Maya. I hate to break this to you, pal, but, with the way things look now, that girl's the only one who could have done it. Yeah, only Maya and the victim were inside this room, after all. But Maya is... You can ask more about it later, pal. Right now, I've got a job to do, and that's collecting evidence. Detective Gumshoe looks like a real professional. And yet, something about his expression still looks the same. Cause of death. So, Dr. Gray was shot with a gun, huh? He was shot in the forehead. But he was also stabbed in the chest with a knife. A knife? Basically, the Vic was first stabbed, and then he was shot. Well, that's weird. Hey, pal, no touching without my permission. I'm just looking at it. Hey, I can't be too careful if a kid like her could be a murderous suspect now, can I? I guess if I want to search this room, I'm gonna have to come back later. Okay. So that's all Gumshoe's gonna give us for now, apparently. Yeah. Okay. Let's go back out. Let's go to the winding way. What about the side room? Aha. June 19th, Fay Manor, side room. I'm pretty sure there was someone sleeping here earlier. Like, how can I help you? So isn't it about time to start? Huh? Time to start what? You know, like, the channeling. Channeling? Oh, no. Actually, the situation has, kind of changed. Huh? Like, what do you mean? Please stay calm, but there's been a murder. So, like, a murder is that thing where, like, one person kills another, right? Yes, a person has killed another person. Oh, that's... what are the words I'm looking for? It's like totally a bummer. Yeah. After all that effort, that's all she has to say. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot to, like, introduce myself. My name is Eeny Meeny. At the college, I'm researching and studying parapsychology. Parapsychology? That's right. I think people, like, usually call it occult studies or something. Like supernatural phenomenon, ESP, psychic powers, that sort of stuff. That's pretty out there. I'm Phoenix Wright, attorney at law. Here, look at my badge. Like, I'm really sorry, but I'm not at all that smart, so I don't, like, get it. What does it feel like she's just putting on an act? Alright, let's talk. Eeny meeny. So what brings you here today? So I was the one who told Dr. Gray about this place. He asked me, like, do you know of a good spirit medium? Dr. Gray did say something about being introduced to this place. Cause, like, talking to dead people and, like, multiple personalities are my thing. I see. Then why were you taking a nap here? Why, I wasn't feeling good. Huh. I'm, like, allergic to sesame seeds. They, must have put some in the food they served for lunch. Oh, that doesn't sound fun. So I, felt sick and came in here to, sleep. I totally feel like I've wasted my time because I, slept a long time. Wait, what happened? So you were sleeping here the entire time? Yeah, ever since lunch. So you don't know anything about the murder that took place? What? Oh, that. Totally know nothing. So who was, killed? The surgeon that requested the channeling, Dr. Gray. Oh. You and Dr. Gray knew each other, right? I don't know any Dr. Gray. Oh, really? Then what was all that talk about him earlier? Huh? Well, a long time ago, I was a patient. Yeah. She sounds like she's trying to hide something. Yeah, you're the one who showed him here. So let's see. Dr. Turner Gray had a malpractice murdered during a channeling. Eeny meeny, age 21. Okay, and good old Lotta Hart. Our favorite character, right? She's your favorite character, right? Of course she is. Winding Way. Let's get back out of here. June 19th, Fay Manor, Winding Way. There's no one here, as usual. Ah! Hey! How are you? You're Pearl, right? Silent as ever. Huh? What's that she's got in her hand? I've seen it somewhere before. Here, you want to see my badge? That's probably gonna do it. What is it? Is it my hair? Is it too spiky? Not spiky enough? Oh, she's already gone. That's too bad. Why did she have the key? Let's see. Can we go out into the village? Yeah. June 19th, Kurine Village. She's probably scared out of her wits after having a murder take place right by her. Lotta? God darn it, let me be next! Huh? Don't scare me like that. What do you mean? You're the one scaring me. If I weren't so tough, you'd have another dead body on your hands. Mine. Let's talk. Do you have any ideas? Did you see or notice anything that stuck out at you? Nah, well, maybe one thing. What is it? Turns out my poor stomach's not good at handling this kind of thing. What? Curses and ghosts and stuff coming back to get you. This is just too much, I say. What is too much? Being an occult photographer. That's some scary stuff. So I think I'm gonna try being a celebrity photographer now. going after photos more within your reach from now on? More glamour, less gore? What's up? Oh yeah! What is it? I took some hot pictures earlier. Huh? Remember? I took some pictures of the murder scene inside. Ah, she did. 2 even. The seance murder. I sure like the ring of that. It'll be a sensational story. Lotta, sorry, but my journalistic sense is burning inside of me. Hate to get and run, but I'm heading back in. Gotta beat those cops to the scoop of the century. I don't know who's scarier, Lotta or the spirits. Why does it feel like we've been through this before? Yeah, is there a gourd lake anywhere nearby? Alright, let's head back to the meditation room. June 19th, Fay Manor, meditation room. Oh dear madam, you have such impeccable timing. What's all the buzz? Alright everybody, listen up! You too, pal. I'm gonna give you all a brief update. Right now, it looks like the investigation's not gonna be done until real late. That is a terrible shame. I propose that everyone sleep here under the roof of the Fay Manor tonight. What a mess. I can't believe how crazy this day turned out. Maya was arrested and taken away by the police. And I don't see myself getting any sleep tonight. June 20th, 8:02 a.m., Fay Manor Meditation Room. Morning. I guess I must have nodded off at some point. I hope Maya's okay. I should hurry and get to the detention center, ASAP. June 20th, 10:34 a.m., Detention Center, Visitors Room. Nick! Hi. Maya! What am I gonna do? I never imagined it would turn out like this. Calm down, Maya. Take deep breaths. Come to think of it, the first time I met her, it all started right here, in this detention center. I finally get to see you again, and it's not your fault. You didn't do it. No, I did it. I killed that person. But that wasn't you! It doesn't matter. It might as well have been me. I was too weak, and I couldn't control the spirit's power, so I don't want to bring up the case quite yet, but you don't have to be nice to me. I understand. Let's talk. So you're the master or something of the Karine School of Channeling? Actually, my mother is for now, but since that title is passed from mother to daughter, I guess I will be someday. But many people think that channeling isn't real, that it's all just an act. You believe in us, don't you? Yeah, because I've seen it with my own eyes. When Maya's channeling a spirit, not only her voice, but her whole physical appearance changes. It's a supernatural phenomenon that occurs every time. It happened this time, too. Dr. Gray said that he wanted to call the nurse, so Maya's body must have taken on that nurse's appearance. What exactly happened in the channeling chamber? I went into that room with Dr. Gray, locked the door, and sat down across from him. Okay. We closed our eyes and I began the channeling. This is sounding kind of creepy, like the beginning of a scary story. And that's the last thing I remember. What? After a spirit comes into my body, I lose myself, my consciousness. Then you don't remember a single thing? When I came to, I was being held in my aunt's arms, and there was blood all over my clothes. Oh, but I do remember having a dream. A dream? What kind of dream did you have while you were channeling? I can't remember it all that well, but I was dead and buried in the ground. I couldn't move, and it was unbearable, really suffocating. It was something like that. I see. I have no idea what to say to that. There was a really familiar smell, too. Under the ground? Yeah, I can't quite place it, but I know I've smelled that same scent before. I guess this is about all the information I'm going to gather for today. I'll be back later, Maya. In the meantime, please make sure you prepare it, okay? Huh? It? What is it? The document requesting me to be your attorney, of course. Huh? But what's wrong? Are you sure? I mean, I'm guilty. I'm a murderer. No one's decided that yet. But I did. I killed that person with these two hands. Well, that's enough, Maya. It's hopeless. If you defend me, you'll lose, I'm sure. Stop it. Help me. Nick, help me. I'm scared. Don't worry, I will. When is the trial? It sounds like tomorrow. As usual, zero prep time. All right, I'm going now. Wait. Huh? This jewel. This is called a Magatama. It's a magical charm and it's always protected me. Give this to Pearly, and I'm sure she'll lend you her spiritual powers. A Magatama received from Maya, okay? Let's go back to Kurine Village, then. June 20th, Kurine Village. I have to save Maya, no matter what. It's her life on the line. What in the world happened in that room yesterday? Well, let's see. June 20th, Fey Manor, Meditation Room. The meditation room nurtures all mediums, young and old. Even mediums in training, I'd wager. But it's pretty deserted today. Probably because of the murder yesterday. Can we check out the channeling chamber now? June 20th, Fey Manor, Channeling Chamber. It looks like Detective Gumshoe isn't here today. I should take this chance and thoroughly check this room. If I'm lucky, I might uncover a clue or two. Oh, Mr. Wright. Good morning. I'm on my way to go meet Mystic Maya. And I thought to bring her some items to make her feel more at home. Namely, tea so bitter you lose your tongue and jaw-droppingly large strawberry desserts. I'm sure Maya will be very grateful. That's Mystic Maya, good sir. She's one scary lady. Oh dear, sweet Mystic Maya. Pearl wept constantly for you last night, as did I. I know it's important for me to search the site, but I should ask her some questions too, while I have the chance. Okay. What happened? I would like to ask you a few questions about what happened yesterday. Do you mean that awful tragedy? That man murdered me, so I killed him. Maya, step away from there. Please leave this area to me. Go quickly and inform the police. Yep, we remember that. What happened here in this room after I left? Well, first I struck Mystic Maya on the head to make her go unconscious, correct? That is correct. Next, I performed the spirit severing technique. Spirit severing technique? The spirit of that nurse was inside of Mystic Maya's body. I used the technique to send the nurse's spirit back to the other world. I wonder if this kind of testimony is even admissible in the court of law. Channeling chamber. By the way, what is this room exactly? The channeling chamber. This room was created for the sole purpose of preventing such a tragedy as yesterday. What do you mean? Sometimes, when an inexperienced medium calls an especially strong spirit, that spirit may become violent and revolt, as you witnessed yesterday. Revolt? But how? When the spirit enters a medium's body, she loses her will and herself steps aside. To put it another way, the spirit is borrowing the medium's body, good sir. But isn't that extremely dangerous? An experienced medium has little problem controlling a spirit. But Mystic Maya, that was her first channeling. And that was why I insisted on locking the door. However, I never thought that would be calling danger upon the client himself. I am grateful that one of our heirlooms was not damaged in this horrible incident. And that would be that folding screen there. It is the Kurine sacred writings, along with the Kurine sacred urn. They are this village's most treasured possessions. If I ever found out that something had happened to either one, oh, the humanity. Odd for her to be worrying about the folding screen at a time like this. I guess this isn't just some dilapidated old screen after all. And let's talk about Pearl. So how is Pearl today? Mr. Wright? Yes? In this world, Pearl is my most treasured possession. When compared to even Mystic Maya, Pearl has the spiritual power to become a master. That's very impressive. Until now, the women of the Branch family have thought themselves to be inferior. But Pearl is different. Her spiritual strength is so great it's even greater than some of the main family. Yes, Pearl is a channeling prodigy and is the pride of the Branch family. Wow. She's really fired up now. In any case, our world is so different from yours. Perhaps it is best for you to quit, good sir. Quit? Quit what? Tell me about the Magatama. Oh my! What is it? That is Mystic Maya's Magatama. Why do you have this in your possession? I'm sorry. Return it to Mystic Maya at once. Yes, madam. Why did it feel like I was being scolded by my own mother just now? Look at my attorney's badge. I will be leaving shortly to meet with Mystic Maya. I simply do not have the time to look at such trivial matters. Alright. Well, let's look at this folding screen. It's a beautiful and expensive folding screen. It also looks quite old. There seems to be some sort of sacred text written on it, but I can't read it. This is... It's a hole. Could this have been made by a bullet? Ah. Well then, I do believe it is time for me to take my leave. Alright. Please tell Maya I said hi. What was that? Oh, I mean Mystic Maya. I will tell her. Let's look at the mirror. I guess this is an altar? Whatever it is, it feels very important. A mirror-like object with a cloudy reflective surface. And some branches of a sacred tree have been set in a predetermined arrangement. I'd guess they're used during the channeling. Let's see. This is where the medium sits, I assume. There were 4 panels on this flooring. The straw on the flooring feels a little damp, probably from the humidity in the air. No matter what I do, my eyes keep getting drawn to the pool of blood in the center here. Nope. Anything else? What about over here? The meditation room is on the other side of this very heavy-looking door. The lock on it is broken because, well, I broke it. It doesn't seem possible, but I managed to break it pretty badly. When we want to do something bad enough, people can do the most amazing things. He's doing it bad. What's this? There's some empty space behind the folding screen. The light of the candles can't reach back there, so it's completely dark. I hope no one's hiding back there. Interesting. So you're telling me somebody could hide back there? This is where the medium sits, I assume. There are 4 panels of the flooring. Oh, okay. It's the same message, just didn't show me it was. Well, let's head back to the meditation room. And the Winding Way. June 20th, Fay Manor, Winding Way. Little Pearl isn't here today. Maybe she's at school. How about the side room? June 20th, Fay Manor, side room. Oh, hey! Like, you're that guy from yesterday. The, dentist guy. No, I'm a lawyer. That's right. Mr. Smith, Esquire. That's right. Wait, I mean, you're wrong. My name is Wright. Smith, Wright? Well, I got like 3 letters at least. I don't think she gets the point. Anyway, why are you here? So, like, I studied this thing called parapsychology at the college, and, okay, you told me about that yesterday, the sesame allergy too. What I'd really like to know is why you're still here today. Oh, so like that's what you meant. Like, you should have been more, like, clear about it. Sorry, my bad. No, it's okay, like, it's really... Huh? That's it? Why'd you stop mid-sentence? Did I... Oh, so, like, what was I talking about again? If Lotta ever wanted another genuine mysterious phenomenon, it's right here. Let's talk about the Magatama. Wow, it's a Magatama! Oh, you shouldn't have. It's so totally not for you. Hey, like, it's not nice to freak me out like that. That should be my line. What about my attorney's badge? Would you take a look at this? Hey, it's like one of those little badges people in Congress all wear. No, 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 no. I'm a lawyer. L-A-W-Y-E-R. Oh, like, so is that what you are? Okay, talk. Let's talk about you, Miss Eeny Meeny. So, why are you still here today? Like, there's so much for me to, like, study here. Like what? Oh, like the mediums training, or like how they inherit their spiritual power. I suppose. This village is the real thing, after all. So, like, I asked if I could stay here for, like, a little longer. She sure seems like the carefree type, at least, on the surface. What happened? Have you heard about the murder? It's, like, totally scary, she says, with a silly smile plastered on her face. So, do you know anything about it that might help? Somehow I don't think she has a grip on reality, let alone what's going on here. The victim. About the victim, Dr. Gray. I don't know who you're talking about. Like, wait, I think you asked about him, like, yesterday, too. That's right. Her reaction yesterday when I asked was... Yeah, she said she didn't know him. But then earlier she said that she was the one who brought him here. Okay, she's definitely hiding something from me. Like, is something wrong? Alright. Well, maybe we'll run into Pearl and she can give us her magic powers. June 20th, Fay Manor, Winding Way. Oh! Ah! You surprised me! And how are you today? I guess she isn't open to friendly chatting. Huh? She's still holding something in her hand. It looks like the same thing she had yesterday. Alright, here, look at the Magatama. Oh yeah, Maya said to give this to you. Ah! I'm in trouble now. If Morgan sees us like this, I'll be the next one they're channeling. That's Mystic Maya's! Huh? She actually spoke. Who are you? I'm Phoenix Wright. I, worked with Maya. You work with Mystic Maya? You're Mr. Nick, right? Excuse me? I bet I know who she picked Nick up from. I know who you are. You're Mystic Maya's special someone. What? So then, of course, you're gonna help Mystic Maya, aren't you? That's what you're gonna do, right? Well, yeah, I will. Oh, wow. It's like a beautiful fairy tale. That earnest look shining brightly in your eyes. It must be true love. Whoa, what? Why am I being boiled into a bright red lobster by this little kid? I'm so jealous of Mystic Maya. Oh, what a wonderful relationship. Wait, I mean, things aren't like, hey, I can tell you're a good person. All right, Mr. Nick, I may be small, but I'm gonna help you in any way I can. All right. Pearl, are you friends with Maya? I feel very grateful to be friends with her. She's so great. I want to be like Mystic Maya when I grow up. I really look up to her. Wow, I had no idea Maya was so revered. Well, usually when people don't use Mystic Maya's title, I get mad. Oh, sorry. But if it's you, Mr. Nick, that's okay. Because you're special to her. Where in the world did you get an idea like that? By the way, this may be rude, but which channeling school are you from? Which channeling school? Yes. For example, I studied the Karine technique. Ah, I get it. No. I'm a lawyer. Lawyer? Yep. Is that related to spirit mediums in any way? None that I know of. Oh, wait, are you telling me you don't know what a lawyer is? I'm sorry, but I have no idea. Maya did say Pearl doesn't know much about the outside world and the sheltered land of the California valleys. Okay. Pearl, have you ever heard of fentanyl? Okay. What's that in your hand? So what's that you've got there, Pearl? Oh, this? I found it yesterday. If you want it, I can give it to you. Yes. All right, well, if you really want to give it to me. You look like a child at a toy store, Mr. Nick. She not only speaks in a refined manner, but laughs in one, too. An old steel key. A green jewel is set in the center of the key's grip. Mr. Nick? Yes, Pearls. I can call you that, right? You're too cute to just call you Pearl. Sure, Mr. Nick. Are you sure it's okay for me to have this Magatama? Yeah, it's okay. I was told to give it to you. But I can't accept something like this. All I really should do is charge this Magatama with spiritual energy. Spiritual energy? Please take this. I'm sure it will be helpful. What do you mean? It will let you see people's secrets. See people's secrets? Yes. If it's all right with you, I would like to accompany you for a little while. I can explain that Magatama's power to you when we meet someone hiding a secret. Okay. All right. We have just been introduced to one of Phoenix's unique mechanics, his Magatama. Still nowhere near as cool as Great Deduction, but, you know, what can be. June 20th, Bay Manor, Side Room. Hello again. We seem to be seeing a lot of each other today. Oh, she's like totally cute. Is she like your daughter? What? No. How old do you think I am? I want to ask you about the victim, Dr. Gray. Oh, I totally don't know him. Here we go. Ah, what is that? Huh? You can see it, can't you, Mr. Nick? You can see the lock on that person's heart. Huh? What? This is the power of the Magatama. Only you can see these Cyclocks, Mr. Nick. Cyclocks, huh? The more someone wants to hide their secret, the more locks you'll see. If it's only one, I think you can easily unlock it. Unlock? But how? Please use Mystic Maya's Magatama on this person, and let's remove the lock. I have no idea what she's talking about, but I guess I'll give it a try. You must be careful though, Mr. Nick. If you make a mistake, it'll hurt you. If you don't think you have the proof you need, you must have the courage to stop. Well, I've got to start somewhere. Let's give this Cyclock thing a try. Okay. Let's see. She doesn't know anything about Dr. Gray, so this is going to make the Cyclock appear. This girl is hiding something, I'm sure of it. I guess I have no choice but to remove this lock. Alright, so first I have to use Maya's Magatama. Okay. Present. We're taking that in the wild. The victim. Eeny meeny, I believe you do know who Dr. Gray is. I told you, like, how many times do I have to repeat myself? If you're so totally sure, then where is, like, your proof? Well, it may be possible that you never actually met Dr. Gray in person. I do believe you might have at least indirectly known of him. What do you mean? Like, indirectly? I should try to show that possibility existed for now. So something that shows a possible connection between Eni and Dr. Gray. Wait a minute. I don't think... Wait, I didn't mean to get out of that. Let's see. Trying to think of like what we might have to... Let's look at the court record. So we got the key, bullet hole, the diagram. Yeah, we might not have what we need yet. I don't think we do. All right. All right, let's just move around until we get more updates. Here's some. June 20th, Fay Manor, meditation room. Hey, it's you, pal! So you're gonna be your lawyer, I bet. Yes. Oh. I really feel bad for you, pal. Oh, just this once. I wish I could be on your side. Detective Gumshoe. Yeah, but I shouldn't be saying that kind of stuff to you. Hey, you're a cute kid.
I'm not scary, honest. Wow, I never knew Gumshoe liked kids. Hey, I know. I'll show you something cool. How's this? It's a real, genuine pistol.
Detective Gumshoe, what are you doing showing her something that dangerous?
Oh, sorry.
Let's talk. Maya's guilt. What about Maya and the charges against her?
I don't think you can win, pal. If you're talking about proof, we've got a few pieces.
You've got proof.
Yeah, pal. That puffy-haired photographer's gonna testify tomorrow.
He must be talking about Lotta. Actually, speaking of Lotta. She took some pictures. Yeah, I remember she said that. Lotta's hot pictures. I wonder what her camera captured.
Besides, you must have realized by now, pal. There's no way anyone other than Maya Fey could have done it.
Huh? What am I supposed to say to Pearls now? Let's talk about the victim. About Dr. Gray.
The victim wasn't super famous, but people still knew who he was. His face was all over those tabloid shows last year.
Yeah, I know.
I was looking through some newspapers from last year, and,
Huh?
I could have sworn I had, I cut an article out, but I guess I must have lost it.
He's searching through his pockets, and boy, are those big.
It looked really interesting, too.
Hey, do you have a copy, pal? A copy of that article? I think Dr. Gray might have bought a copy to the office when he came by. Oh, so we should go back to the office and look. Okay. Tomorrow's trial. About Maya's trial tomorrow.
I've got 2 pieces of news for you, pal.
2?
Yeah, bad news and even worse news. So which do you want to hear first?
I don't really care. It doesn't change the fact that I'm not going to like it.
All right, pal. Well, the prosecutor for the trial is Prosecutor Von Karma.
What? Von Karma? Manfred Von Karma? He was an awe-inspiring veteran prosecutor. He never lost a case in the 40 years of his career, and he raised a fearsome disciple. The horrible aftertaste of the evil he force-fed me is something I'll never forget. Wait a sec. But didn't Von Karma stand trial and...
That's where the other piece of bad news comes in. The Von Karma you're facing tomorrow was actually his successor.
Successor? What? So, who is this successor to Von Karma?
Literally, pal, it's Prosecutor Von Karma's kid. His kid became a prosecutor real young, like, 13, and hasn't lost a trial since.
That's the most anime frickin', ugh.
That's what they call a prodigy, pal.
Kid, huh? Wait a sec. 13? The kid became a prosecutor at the age of 13? I mean, a prodigy like that, I would have heard something about.
Oh, no. The kid was born and raised in Germany, pal. That country's got a lot of stuff and is a great place to develop a person's talents.
Germany, huh? That's probably why I've never heard of this person. Still, all it takes is someone mentioning the name Von Karma. And I get terrible flashbacks to that case. Stop it. Get a grip on yourself, Phoenix. None of that matters anymore, now that he's gone. Let's see. Nothing I can talk about. Let's go back. Alright, let's go back to the office and see if we can get that. June 20th, Wright & Co. Law Offices. Whew, feels like I've been gone forever. But it's only been 1 day. Oh, that's right. Where's that newspaper Dr. Gray brought the other day? I see it right there. Ah, here it is. Right on top of my desk. This is the only thing he left behind that's going to be of any help. Newspaper clipping 1. 1 year ago on May 2nd, 14 patients died from malpractice at Gray Surgery Clinic. Let's go show that to Gumshoe. Here we go. I like that he said it was like 2 hours by train, so we just basically traveled 4 hours to pick up a newspaper. Alright, here we go. Dr. Gray brought this over to my office the other day, and...
Hey! It's that news story! The one about the malpractice suit! 14 patients died and it caused a huge stink. Yeah, but that's not all, pal. Things only got worse after that. You mean the car accident the nurse died in? Oh yeah, here we go! I brought my own clipping with me today. Here, pal, this is for you! Alright, thanks. Newspaper clipping 2 added to the court record. Mimi Meanie, nurse at Gray Surgical Clinic, died after falling asleep at the wheel. Ah! And the scatterbrained girl is named Eenie Meenie and Mimi Meanie. Okay. Well, let's go confront her with the knowledge of this. I will present to you the Magatama. Alright, the victim. Alright. Where's the proof? Should know. So someone... There we go. Newspaper. Take a look at this newspaper clipping. Like, what is it? A story about an accident? Please read the victim's name. Mimi Meanie. Meanie is a pretty rare last name, wouldn't you say? Miss Mimi Meanie wouldn't be a relative of yours, would she? Oh, so you noticed. She was my older sister. I'm sorry about your loss. Your sister, was she a nurse? Perhaps at Dr. Gray's surgical clinic? Oh, Gray Surgical Clinic. I don't think I need to tell you that the clinic was run by the victim, Dr. Turner Gray. Which is how you knew of Dr. Gray. You knew him through your sister. Yeah, we broke the lock. Alright, let's talk about the victim. Please, tell me all you know about Dr. Gray. My sister's name was Mimi Meanie. She was, like, a nurse at Dr. Gray's clinic. That's what I thought. I heard Dr. Gray was really tough on people. Like, total slave driver. My sister was, like, always coming home totally wiped out because she was overworked. Wiped out? So this is why she fell asleep at the wheel? That guy, like, drove my sister so hard. So, like, that's why the accident happened. The one where 14 patients died from malpractice? Yeah, like, I think that was the doctor's fault, too. My sis was pushed, like, everyone's expectations and, like, her duties and stuff. And that pushed her to her death. Oh, I'm sorry. So, like, are we done? I've, like, already told my story to, like, everyone. Do you understand now, Mr. Nick? This is how a psych lock works. Well, I don't plan to pry into people's hearts unless I absolutely need to. The lock this time was pretty easy, but you might meet people who aren't as willing to give in later on. If you don't have enough proof, be careful and know when to stop trying. Okay. Well, that was easy enough. Hi, Gumshoe. See ya. You're the best. June 20th, Karine Village. Mr. Nick? What's wrong? I have never left Karine Village. Really? Wow, that's, pretty amazing. You're going to meet with Mystic Maya, aren't you? Please tell her I said hi. Hey, wait! She ran off, again. Well, I know Enie's secret now, but I still don't have any idea how I'm going to save Maya. I don't even know if I should go in there with a smile or a straight face. Ugh. Well, let's go. June 20th, Detention Center, Visitor's Room. What am I supposed to do? I'm almost out of time. Can I really do anything? Can I really save her? Sorry to keep you waiting. Huh? Must be Maya. It's been a long time, hasn't it, Phoenix? Huh? That voice! Oh! Mia! Even without me being here, it looks like you've learned to stand on your own. Mia. She's Maya's older sister, and my mentor. She was a top-notch defense lawyer, but a certain case forced her into retirement. But whenever I'm in trouble, she comes to help, just like this.
Her spirit comes back from the other world and borrows Maya's body for a bit. Phoenix, you can't make that kind of face in front of your client. Huh? A lawyer is someone who smiles no matter how bad it gets, and especially when it's bad. Mia, you can't smile at the end if you haven't been smiling the whole way there. In any case, the face you're making now is no face to show a client, Phoenix. But, so tell me all about it. I'm gonna guess that my sister is in a lot of trouble, again. I told her everything about what had happened in the last 2 days. Mia closed her eyes, deep in thought, while she listened. I see. Mia, what am I supposed to do? It's pretty clear what a good lawyer does in this situation. And that is? Tell me, please. Believe in your convictions. And fight for the complete acquittal of your client. You think Maya's not guilty? How can you be so sure? I know she is, and I'll give you a hint as to why. Yes? Mediums can't have dreams. They can't? From what you told me, it sounds like Maya was having a dream while channeling. Yeah? She said she dreamt that she died and been buried in the ground. But that's impossible. You've heard it from her, I'm sure, when a medium channels, her own spirit disappears. Which means that it's impossible for her to dream during that time. Then, what does this mean? I think it's safe to bet that Maya was set up. A setup? It's up to you to blow the lid on this case tomorrow and show how she was set up. Evidence. How am I supposed to prove her innocence when I have nothing to go on? If you're looking for a clue, it's already in your hands. It is? The key. Just as it sounds, Phoenix, you already hold the key. Really? Come on, show me the key to this case. The key, huh? I wonder what it is. All right, I'll show it to her. The key I hold. My attorney's badge. Mia. Wow. This badge brings back a lot of memories, doesn't it? I would love to stand with you at the defense's bench one more time. Mia. Okay. Do you know about the Magatama? This is Maya's Magatama, isn't it? Why do you have it? Maya gave it to me, but... I see. This is something very important to me. Take good care of it, okay? She's looking at it with a soft look in her eyes. Black key. I know that's what we gotta look at. Alright, here we go. Mia, have you seen this key before? Ah, the key. It's literally the key to understanding everything that's happened in this case. This key? Phoenix, listen. Right now, that key is sitting in your hand. However, it shouldn't be. It contradicts the facts. What does she mean? I'm certain this key will be the piece of evidence that makes your case tomorrow. You already know everything you need to know. You know what the key to this case is. That's enough. But, how can I win tomorrow without knowing who the real murderer is? Who could have... I didn't know it at the time. But this day was going to end with a turn for the surprising. What? Mia? What? What's wrong? That's right, only I can see the Cyclops. She's not telling me, which means Miyamoto knows something about the real murderer. But for this to be something that she would hide under lock and key from even me... What in the world is going on? To be continued, and we're gonna have to find out next time. Alright, well that was fun. And we are into the trial section where we're going to meet Von Karma II. I hope you're ready. Alright, we'll see you then.